Hot Tamale and the lovely Hot and Thought.
What?
Oh,
what?
God.
What?
Hot tamale and the lovely Lost in Thought.
Oh,
He's just a
man.
gorgeous bitch.
Oh man, I think I need a drink after that one.
Hot Thought, Hot in Cleveland. You know,
I will forever be known as Lost Tamale.
Lost tamale.
guess I'll be Hot
that-
Thought.
That sounds like something that fell off your plate. It's the Lost Tamale. Oh my God.
The fell on the floor special.
Hey, like I've always said, it's not a good restaurant unless you see one cockroach.
Oh, oh,
That's when you know the cooking is down home.
Hey, let's not forget, Wally had an adorable cockroach sidekick.
Huh?
Wally.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay, Ernie B, should we start the show?
Not yet. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure. I'm going to check my phone, make sure we got audio on here.
Ernie B's making sure we're broadcasting. Okay, Ernie B, should we start the show?
Yes, we do have
Got
audio.
it.
Okay, good. We're doing good. Okay, Tom,
Yeah, and we're streaming to YouTube now.
We are-
Hey.
The Kick Butt YouTube page, and they already have like
We are
close to
live.
400 and something subscribers already.
wow.
So
I can't even get that on my page. I'm just joking. Nah,
well,
I got,
Birdman, that's your fault because you haven't brought in the blimp and the thongs yet.
Yeah, Birdman.
okay, Tom. Is Tom Moon trying to call?
Yeah, you might want to bring him in.
What are those?
try again, Tom.
What are those thong
Try
shaped?
again, Tom.
When are those thong shaped blimps coming out?
Oh God.
oh man, I'm not. Hey,
Thong-shaped blimp.
I'll make one for you, but Hot Tamale got to do the other ones. I got to give her. I got to give them to her. I'll give you the design so you can sell yours. I'm gonna let you have all the commission.
Well, we see this huge.
No, Birdman, I can't do the thong because that ass though.
All of a sudden, we see this big thong.
As Element 615 would call me Trudy. Trudy with the booty, dear God.
We see this big thong flying in the sky. Kind of like this. Look at that package. It's like
man.
With LED lights on it. Birdman 313. Look him up.
you know.
Oh.
Okay, it's getting hot in here, Ernie
I
B.
know that's why I got the fan on.
Yeah, we actually have the studio mics going on right here. That's why I'm going like this.
You don't have to go like that.
Okay.
But I want to. It makes it seem so much more. Wait, hold on. NPR. You're listening to KBEN, KBEN, Benadryl Radio for the masses. Take 2 Benadryl and pass out with us tonight. And there goes Lost in Thought in his dude bathrobe.
Okay, this is Charlotte, right?
Yes, Charlotte.
What's your name?
What's your Skype name? Charla.
I don't know. How do I find out?
Oh,
I don't
That's
remember.
Birdman.
Right there, Charlotte.
Why are you frozen, Charlotte?
Sky Spirit something. Right? Well, when I hit, if I go to my Skype page, will it tell me?
There, I found you.
Is it Sky Spirit?
It's Sky Spirit 45. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, Tom?
Hi, man. Good to see you again and today.
Tom is in the land of weed and legal prostitution. How you doing, man?
Look, I got two lips.
2 lips to talk about poetry.
Yeah.
That makes me
Is it
think
in
of
Nevada?
She went there.
That makes me think of Cabaret. 2 ladies.
What?
Cabaret.
Joel Gray.
The song when we're talking about 2 ladies.
Yep.
Sorry, don't.
What Charlotte? Why are you frozen?
Oh, she's not frozen over here. If anything, she just cleared up.
Yeah.
Huh?
All
Why
right.
do I see her as frozen?
Maybe it's your eyes. Your eyes.
Should I do something? Let me see. It's got my name in a little tab here. I don't want to mess things up again.
No. I have you. I think maybe you
good.
got a weak connection. Do you have a poor internet connection over there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. I'm
Yeah,
lucky
that's what it
to
is.
be-
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
I can't help
Okay, we
that.
still have you.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
You can still hear me.
Okay.
That's what counts, right? And you can almost see me.
I'm actually using a different version of the streaming software that goes to Facebook and YouTube.
We're streaming live to YouTube.
It's the same software. It's an open source software, so people can modify it if they want. So it's the same software, but a modified version of it. And the modified version lets me stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
I got a
What?
question.
Wow.
Ernie B, are you hungry to get back to Spoken and Heard, to get back to, your other home?
Oh yeah.
Well, why don't you go, because, and we'll stay here on Skype, and then you can broadcast live over the air. So you get your kicks back, baby.
I keep this.
Your kicks.
No, that's all right. Then I'll have to haul all this equipment over there.
I know
It's already
that will be a bitch.
It's already set up here at the house. So
Gotcha.
no, we actually did think about that, and
Yeah.
I would have to take everything over there,
Right.
which would be kind of pointless.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Primitive.
Like Ernie B was saying, we're actually live on Kickbutt's YouTube.
We're on Spoken and Herb's webpage, fan page, and we're also broadcasting on the Kickbutt YouTube page.
Woo! Stereo.
And they have 420 something subscribers. I think
How many's on?
Mr. Goring is watching right now. Actually,
Hey.
I do believe you're true.
Tom Goring, hello.
Hi, young Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Tom.
Okay, that makes me think of Seinfeld. Hello.
what's that?
I can't see Tom. I just see TW and DL. Who those are?
Yeah, well,
How do I?
DW, that's me, and that's DL over there. On top of the
So
screen.
why are we not seeing you?
I
I'm
blame
not seeing you.
the Republicans. They don't like.
Republicans.
Sometimes Skype,
Yeah,
when you get too many people on, you'll go into the little bubble.
that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
And drag the bubble into one of the quarters.
Yeah, Birdman's in the bubble right now.
Birdman, bubble,
But
baby.
it doesn't. What you guys are looking at right now It doesn't look like that on Facebook.
Right.
So I edit the videos completely different, so everyone looks more
spaced out.
normal. Yeah.
And if you see me looking like I'm looking at a tennis match, it's because there's pictures all over the monitor, and I'm trying to figure out which one to look at.
Yeah. Just watch these guys right there.
Okay.
You just made me think of that movie Sliver with Sharon Stone and Wayne Baldwin.
You know what? Lane, I'm not gonna take your opinion on movies anymore. You didn't even know who Pale Rider was, and you're a film major. How dare?
Real.
I'm not even a Clint Eastwood huge fan, and I know what that is. Clank clank.
I keep losing you in the screen thing there for some reason.
Me?
I was gonna say.
Oh.
Hot Tamale, you know how we got the background? She keeps disappearing, but she's sitting right next to me.
I'm like right next to the man. See?
No, I
It's
see her
making-
disappearing too. It's magic.
It's making me think of Ghost Dad.
I'll
Bill-
just stay,
with
I'll
Bill
stay like
Cosby.
this.
Hot tamale.
That works.
Clint
I'm
Eastwood.
just frozen.
Hot tamale.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood.
Yes, sir.
Rawhide. Do you remember?
I give up.
done.
That's
done.
it.
Done.
That's
Done.
Yep.
Okay,
Dun, dun,
Lane,
dun,
Lane, let
dun,
us
dun,
let
dun,
us
dun, dun, dun,
officially
dun,
start
dun,
the
dun,
show.
Dun, 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 dun.
What? Ernie,
Doing rawhide.
what's happening? Spoken. What?
Back off a little bit because
Oh, sorry.
you're crapping the mic out.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah.
What's happening? Spoken and heard.
Yes.
You are about to witness the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and heard live via quarantine. Sponsored by, well, not really sponsored by Kickbutt Coffee, but founded at Kickbutt Coffee with your hosts, Ernie B., Lost in Tamale and Hot in Thought. I had to do it. Sorry. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. No.
You're the host.
No, actually, I do know what to say.
Yes.
The drink specials tonight are whatever is in your fridge, and Ernie B's got his beverage right there. His beverage of choice is
Just drinking a Bud Light.
he's
Couple
drinking
Bud Lights.
Bud Light. It is hops flavored water. Okay, wait. What's Charla drinking?
Chara's drinking Sunkist with orange liqueur.
Nice. There we go. Caffeine and liquor. That's quicker. Oh no, I don't want to make her spit at the camera. Sorry.
I'm drinking water. You know, like they say, always water.
Makes your bladder healthy.
water.
Who the hell says that? Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
He says it.
Water, bird.
Okay, so Tom, would you like to start the show?
I would love to start the show. Can you hear me now? Well, on we go. It is wonderful to have Birdman here in Charlotte. And
Oh, wait. Coming up to the stage to start the show, we have Tom Moonbird Sands the Airport Boulevard Experience.
like a butterfly coming out of quarantine. You know, we want to spend our time, a beautiful thing, every Sunday night from 7 something or other till level later. We actually merge in time and space dimension, sometimes on YouTube, sometimes on Skype, sometimes we're between channels, so we know what we like each other. And that's why we actually connect and communicate. And in a community, of course, we are not just virtual. We all knew each other in the real world. Does anyone remember the real world? Well, this is the real world of spoken and heard, where every person can be heard if they can get through the technological nightmare that is Skype, eh? Well, it's another wonderful thing, and it makes me sing. I'm a king without a crown. Let me tell you now, spoken and heard has now begun, and we can say whatever we can get away with. Happiness to us. That's it.
Woo!
Thank you, Charles.
For a minute there, Tom, it looked like there was somebody standing directly behind
Right?
you.
Whoa, you two are cutting out.
Give it up for Tom Moonbird, anxiously waiting for the Airport Boulevard Experience.
So I hear your all's audio cutting out. I wonder if that's just me.
What?
Are
It's you.
we cutting out?
He can't hear you. You've cut out.
But were we cutting out for you too?
No,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, I can hear you, but you're cutting out.
Oh,
For
yeah,
real?
But is it cutting out for everyone?
No, just it was just.
Just
okay.
us?
So
No,
it's just you.
No, it's working.
Yep.
Then it's just you, Lane.
Whoa.
Ah! It can't be just me.
It's always him.
It
Where's
is.
your video, David Lester? I don't see you anymore.
Yeah, he.
I
well, he's
see.
muted
He got
too.
his mic turned off. I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there he
There he
is.
is, yeah.
There he is.
Didn't
There,
see
so you got those cool backgrounds going on.
Yeah.
Fantastico. Now,
Ah,
what's the story with Kickbutt, young Ernie? What's happening?
Well, they're open
just-
till 4 now, and of course, you know they kind of lifted the ban,
Yeah.
so they can have up to 25% capacity.
Right.
So if they if I don't know what the occupancy is there, but I think they can have 35 people at the most at one time there.
That's 10
And
readings.
I'm sorry.
That's 10 poetry readings.
Yeah, no. And see, we thought about it, and that's why I put that question out there earlier in the week about would you feel good about going out there? Would you feel safe already? You know, and everyone pretty much said they'd rather wait. You know,
Yeah. This
I
is
think maybe 1 or 2 people said they would go, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
not worth it. You know,
Yeah, because like I said, I mean, as long as this thing's still out here and still killing people, and if I had the choice between waiting and losing someone else in my life, I'd rather wait.
yeah. And you know, because he wanted to do it to help, you know, get Alyssa or Danimal, you know, some hours also, because we're all night shift there.
Yeah.
And you know, Danimal, Sandra, Alyssa, you know, Jacob, we were all well, Jacob could come in during the day sometimes too, but we're all night, and we're all night crew.
Yeah.
And so
Sometimes Patrick.
yeah, sometimes Patrick, but he's been working days, and since they closed at 4, well, there's no hours for them, so it's been tough on them too.
Very much. It's just,
And I got to tell you, and like I said, I work at Walgreens, and I can't tell you how many people, like ever since the state opened up, everybody thinks it's over.
No.
And I can't tell you how many people come in without masks like it's nothing, and I'm still wearing a mask, and they'll ask, why are you still wearing your mask? It's over. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And I got to keep my customer service face on, even though I kind of want to go, oh, y'all are full of shit, but I can't. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Basically, like because it's kind of like you're in a room full of serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just hear what they want to hear. Not everyone pays attention to the news. It might just be on in the background, or they might just see a blurb of a headline. Oh, it's over. Okay, they're opening the city again. We're good. But they don't know all the facts.
Well,
They don't.
You know that's true. Go ahead, Tom.
so thanks, Birdman. The facts are, as soon as they opened, it got the second highest rate of casualties in Texas because people just broke down the social distancing, took off the mask, and said, "Yeah, kill me. I'm a suicide squad.
Yeah, 3 days in a row now.
Yeah.
It's been like the
And
highest.
It's
that's like yesterday we went. It's this fish. We try to still go to the small businesses,
Yeah,
and we went to this one spot that we go to. We get fish nugget. Catfish nuggets and whatever they have. And we went in there, and there was some older people in there, and the guy, he didn't know what he wanted. Well, we had called our order in.
right.
So then 2 other older people came in, and instead of them staying at the window where you ordered, they walked down to the window where you pay. Well, I'm standing up in there with mask, I'm masked up, glove up, and this young girl walk in, and I swear, I thought she was trying to get in my pants the closer she was on me, and I turned around and looked at her, and she looked me up and down like, why are you looking at me? Well, number one, you ran up in my pants. So I stepped away, and she looked at me. She gave me the dirtiest look. But hey, I'm not trying to catch nothing. And I hear these people on the news talking about, well, I'm gonna get it anyway, so why not? And I'm like, I don't feel that way.
No.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. These young people, man. Well, I can't say that because it's the old ones too. It's almost like they don't have a brain. If somebody don't tell them what they need to do, they cannot function.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
include
they just
this young
wanna
one.
Drink the disinfectant and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a poem about that.
Yeah.
It's just not right. The irrational tyranny. What we got is, here we go. Sunshine and Lysol. I'm sitting in the Texas sunshine. I'm washing my hands like a child. I use Lysol to clean all surfaces, but this day becomes a dream. This is not like any other day. Nursing homes and cruise ships for elders become one-way death trips, death sentences. Each day I listen to Fauci and Kuma when I'm allowed to. I learn the new words, flatten the curve, shelter in place, wear your mask. I see rising numbers of mass burials. To stay sane, I do poetry with my friends on Zoom. Right now, it seems wiser to sit in the sunshine of my garden, wash my hands when I re-enter, celebrate each singular moment of breathing as long as we're all together. That's it. I'll stop now.
Yep.
Hey.
Thank you.
I mean, unfortunately, I have someone that works with us that she's a Trumpster.
Oh,
And yeah. And
I think they have the virus.
and yeah. I mean, she's logical to a point where like she's still quarantining and all that. And also this is also teaching me that like with my roommate, I guess, like I guess this is also teaching me that just because someone's beliefs is in line with yours, that just because someone is of the same following and of the same mindset is also liberal, does not necessarily mean they're a good person.
How
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that Democratic Party, what they did to Bernie Sanders. Yeah. It's all true. It's all true. We're all alone together. But
Yes.
I got one about that too, Ray.
Yeah.
No, what? No,
Yeah,
wait.
go for it.
Hold on. Well, no. Come on, guys.
I
Gotta have
know.
the-
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lane, go ahead and introduce.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait, who's next though?
What?
What?
No, I was gonna say who's next though. I mean, Bergman, do you have a?
Tom, he was gonna say another poem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll introduce Tom. I mean, I thought
Okay,
that
good.
you were gonna.
Do it again, Ernie B. Do it again. Hold on.
With his hand on the pulse of the current events. So,
It's cutting out. Woo!
take it away, Tom.
Okay, baby. Gardens. I'm spending a lot of my time relating to my vegetable friends as well. Gardens are source and origin, birds, bees, butterflies, visiting pilgrims to imbibe and extend the realm of flower kingdoms. In colors, with wings, temporary as beauty, whole millions, monarchs migrating across borders. No prisons, no handcuffs, no separations, just heavy bees seeking sweetness, just the nests of birds seeking songs, consonants, just a fragile ecosystem of winged creatures. We call them butterflies. We admit them to Texas as they perch upon the stems of willing petals. Without bees, how would our foods be filtered? Without birds, how would we remember being winged? Without butterflies, how could we be reminded of spirit? Fragile, flickering, the light of Gaia sings in threes, in birds, in butterflies, and in bees.
Man.
Let's give it up for Tom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Moonberg keeping up on the current events, keeping you up, keeping us all up on the current events.
It's good to be
Speaking
up.
of
Yeah.
Oh.
bees, how about those Asian hornets that are?
Oh, those murder hornets.
Killer bees, they made the movie, didn't they? And now the hornets are here to kill us all. What?
Yeah, those.
Aren't those the hornets that, like, they say that you'd rather kill yourself than keep experiencing the pain?
That's what they say.
You can
Ah,
go.
shit.
I mean, you could probably
know-
survive one sting, but like multiple stings will kill you.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Well,
It's funny you-
is
Go
it the sting itself or the pain, or I mean,
The
what's
sting-
going
the
on?
venom.
You don't want to.
Venom? Oh,
Don't
okay.
What was that,
Don't-
Birdman?
It's funny that you said that because we've been going out to the patio. We sit out there every day. And was it last week? Last week, she took a picture, and I mean, I have not seen a bee this big before.
It's
And-
a hornet.
It was a bumblebee, and she showed it to me. Well, today we were sitting out there, and it was another one, and that's when she started talking about this. Well, I guess these bees, hornets, supposed to be coming in,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, man, look how, I mean, it is big, man. It's huge.
Yeah, I don't think they're down here yet. They're just up in Washington, and they're trying to stop them in their tracks because once they get out of control, that's it. You know,
Yeah,
because there's like 40, 60 people a year die in Japan from the stings from those things.
right. But did like I said, these what did you say? What? These bees here, we have not, at least not out by our patio, have we seen them. And I've seen two of them. One was actually dead, and then the other one was flying around today. And it's the first time I've seen them out there.
Oh, these were bees, not wasps, not hornets.
Okay.
When I
No,
first,
what you're talking about are bees.
see, I first
Okay.
read about them years ago on Cracked, and I read how they,
God.
apparently they spit flesh melting poison in your eye.
Whoa!
No. It's the venom. Something about
They sting you.
It causes like immense pain.
There's a video of a guy who intentionally got himself stung with one. He goes around and gets himself stung by various animals. That's what he does.
Why?
What an idiot.
He's making money, I guess. And his whole arm swelled up like twice the size. You know, he was in excruciating pain. You know, and these things are huge. And yet, another thing that they do is they kill and eat regular bees, honeybees.
Oh, that's great.
They go into the hives and they chew through the hives and they eat the bees and they take the flesh and feed them to their young. They're vicious. And they can sting through a bee suit.
Well,
Yeah, I
my
heard
God.
about that too.
There's
Their stingers are really strong.
apparently there's a hawk though, or some kind of bird that eats them.
good.
Good, let's get more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then watch they eat humans too.
Hey, speaking of death and wildlife, I have a short story if y'all are up for it. It's flash fiction, so it's only like 99 words.
Okay, wait, Charla, let me introduce you. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
All right, coming up next to the stage to share with some of her wisdom, give it up for Charla. Woo!
Okay. This was a third place winner in the North Coast Journal in 2009 in the flash fiction contest. It's called Death by Reading. Two students, Jane and Oliver, are married in a first grade playground ceremony. Minister star rings. Later, they reunite at a class reunion. After conversing, it becomes clear that Mary Jane still loves Oliver, though he is now happily married to another. Sadness overcomes Mary Jane. After telling the others she will return in time for dinner, she departs, walking alone along a nearby wooded mountain trail. Nearing nightfall, Oliver searches for his childhood brother. Seconds later, screams are heard. Authorities are notified, and even now, the mystery remains. Murder, suicide, or wildlife? Thank you.
Whoa, happy end. Oh,
All right, give it up for Charla Shotwell. I love the way those emojis come up. All right, so drink specials tonight or whatever's in your fridge, whatever you decided to come down to the drugstore or Quickie Mart to obtain. I myself am missing a delicious kick butt Bloody Mary. Oh, dear God. Those are so good because they don't make them with the Tabasco brand sauce. They make them with sriracha.
I think
I
it
swear
is.
you feel healthier just drinking it. You're just like, you know what? And probably the buzz helps too. You just kind of like, yeah.
I think it is me, man. Why is the audio cutting in like that? Oh. Hey, you know what I realized a few weeks ago? I was like, it finally dawned on me that AKA stands for also known as. I had no idea.
That you're just figuring that
I
out.
know, man. Dude,
okay.
man, wait.
Okay, first Stevie Ray Vaughan, then Pale Rider, now this. Okay, you need to take your brain in for a tune-up, dude.
You know that
Seriously.
DR doctor actually stands for doctor, like a medical professional.
You know that MD stands for medical doctor.
You know, DR stand for doctor or drive.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, hey,
Oh my
Birdman.
God.
Hey,
You
Birdman.
didn't know that?
You
no,
really didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Mm-mm. For a while.
What does IE stand for?
Isn't that like example?
Oh dear God.
that is. IE is.
It's. I think it's actually something in French,
It's like-
but people always say in essence, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a writer, Lane. That's
Like
pathetic.
as an example,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like when you're referring to something.
Oh.
You're a writer, Lane. Oh my God.
Birdman, save me from this. You got a piece?
No, sorry. Birdman feels bad for you right now.
Don't feel bad, man. I'm on your side, man.
I'm not. I'm not. Sorry.
Okay.
Little bro, hang your head in shame.
Okay, sis, AKA bitch.
Screw you.
Love
This
you.
one about Between,
wait. I have a little story.
yeah.
And I haven't been writing this week because I've been very busy working.
Wow. Good.
But we like I said, I work at Walgreens, and we have a couple of temporary workers who are underage, so they can't sell alcohol. And so when somebody comes up to their counter with beer or wine, they call a code 21, and so I have to go over and check them out. But sometimes I'm doing other things, so I can't get up there as fast as I can. So I saw some people walking up to the 17-year-old's register, and so I went over the PA and I said, all alcohol purchases, please come to photo. All alcohol purchases, come to photo. Nobody moved. Okay, so I gave it about 30 seconds, and then I said, all beer and wine, please purchase your consumables in photo. Please come to photo. Nobody moved. And so finally I saw this guy coming to the end of the line with a case of beer, and I said, "Sir, you with the shiner, come to photo." And he was like, okay. And finally everybody started streaming over there. I was like, I was wondering when you guys were going to figure it out.
How dumb.
And my manager just comes over, red in the face, laughing her ass off. She's like, I can't believe you did that. I just fell out of my chair laughing. I was like, it worked.
Yeah.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, the building's on fire. Please calmly exit by the rear door, and nobody moves. You know, just standing.
Oh,
there.
wait, and one other shorter story. These two tweakers, they kind of looked a little on something. They had like a stack of Red Bulls, connected end to end, about 7 in between their hands. Kind of like a long. I was like, guys, that's not. And then they dropped them, and I was like, a good idea. And so they picked them up, put them on the counter, and I saw some dents. I said, you see the ones with the dents? Don't drink those yet. And they started laughing. And they said, well, what if we don't buy them? And then his buddy kind of poked him in the side with his elbow. Said, yeah, ask her what she'd do if we didn't pay for any of this. And then so he said, yeah, what would you do if we didn't pay for this? I said, well, I'd jump over the counter and beat you senseless. And then I handed them their receipt, and I said, have a nice night. And they just looked they were like.
She didn't say that. She said that.
I said that. I really did. And like I said, every time I say something like that, the manager is in earshot. So they pretty much permit it.
Thank you for shopping at Walgreens.
Thank you for shopping at Walgreens. I'll beat you senseless.
Here, hold on. I got to put on this pop filter because you like to get real close to the
I'm
mic.
sorry.
No, that's all right. But here,
Hold on.
What's a pop filter? There you go.
Oh,
It's this
like a
thing.
windscreen.
yeah.
It's this thing.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to worry about it. Now you can get
Do
it.
I sound better now?
Yeah.
No, but now you because you hit those hard P's, you're like you do that.
Yeah.
But now you can do it, and it's not going to crap the mic
Now
up.
I'm going to start beatboxing. Okay, I'm done.
You sound so crisp
All
and clean.
And Birdman's going, no.
No, trust me, I'm not saying anything.
I am not the human beatbox.
That's
You know,
that's what I was
I-
thinking of when you did that.
Yeah, wait, which one? Dougie Fresh?
Hell no.
Dougie
No,
Fresh and the Get Fresh
Dougie
crew.
Fresh.
Oh my
No,
God.
no.
What?
The real what you want? The original one died.
That's
Human
true.
I can't think of his name now. I just know they called him the human beatbox. But he passed away about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh wow. What was that song where the verse was, "Can you teach me how to Dougie"?
What?
Wasn't there a
I know,
song?
I know what he's talking about, but I don't know the name because I'm in rap music. There's a few that I listen to because I used to promote my nephew. But there's some. Don't get me wrong. I listen to rap
Okay, now I'm going to Google this. Keep going.
beats, The beats is mostly what I listen to. But you know, no.
What
There's this
what do you
guy I used to. There's this guy I used to
Let him
work with.
finish.
I'm sorry.
what do you listen to, Birdman?
What I listen to?
Yes.
Yes.
Dang, I listen to some country. Hey, if it give me the bob in my hand, I got a drink in my hand. Oh, I'm listening to it.
There was this guy. I used to work at Procter and Gamble up in Ohio,
Yeah.
and I worked on the line, unloading the trucks and stuff. And there was 2 lines. I mean, on each line there was like 30 trucks. It was a huge plant. And on the other line, the break room was in the middle, but we never saw those other guys from the other lines. And one day I was in the break room, and the break room was kind of L-shaped, and they'd sit over on that side, and we'd sit over on this side. And I swear I heard this a boombox like with a sub and everything. I heard it. I can't do it right, but
That was actually pretty good.
you heard hi-hats, but all at the same time. And the bass was what freaked me out because it sounded like a car going by with a sub. And it stopped all of a sudden, and his friends were laughing, and they were like, do it again. And I turned around and looked over there, and it was just this guy sitting there and doing it with his mouth. I was like, holy crap, he was really good.
A real Michael Winslow.
He was good. And not only that he could do it, the tones that he got, was like, freaked me out. Like, damn, man, what are you doing working here?
Wasn't that dude Michael Winslow from Police Academy, where he could make
Michael
commercials?
Winslow, yeah.
Yeah.
He could do all kinds
good
of
at that.
Oh God, he could do Hendrix.
Well,
Yeah.
guitars. and-
Now that's cool.
Yeah.
Hendrix always cool. You know
Well,
how
what
you
part of Ohio, Ernie?
I used to live in Findlay, Ohio.
And Lima.
And-
Yeah.
Can I answer the question? I gotta live with this.
I know it. Hey, trust me.
I
Hey, I ain't
lived
gonna,
in-
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but trust me, I understand.
I lived in Lima, Ohio, and I was in a band based out. Findlay, Ohio. I was in a band based out of there.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved to Lima, Ohio, where I worked at Procter and Gamble. Because if you look at where it says all your Liquid Tide, Liquid Era, and all that
Right.
stuff by Procter and Gamble, it says on the bottom, "Made in Cincinnati, Ohio." It's not really. It's made in Lima, Ohio.
Okay.
They just box the actual empty containers, and the labels and the box are made in Cincinnati, and then they truck them to the plant there in Lima. That's where I worked, and that's where they fill them up. So they come in the truck, but the boxes are still open, and they come in these big skids, these big pallets, and our job was they're all shrink wrapped. Our job was to rip off the shrink wrap and grab the boxes and put them on the line so they can go get filled.
And you know what?
And it was completely automated.
The plant that you talking about that's in Cincinnati, Ohio, when I go and stay with my son, the hotel I stay in is not far from that. Because it's like
It's probably, I've never been there. I'm sure it's huge.
yeah, it's a huge plant. Because when I rode by there, I was surprised at all the plants that was in Cincinnati. And I'm like, wow, because the Goodyear plant is there.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, man, they got all these plants here. And then the park that I actually shoot my videos and take pictures in, it sits between the hotel I stay in and where these plants are at. Now, that's why I asked you about that, because I know a lot of groups that came out of Ohio, Ohio players,
Yeah, that Procter and Gamble, the security was real strict. I mean, they had like double. You would think you were going into prison. They had the double chain fence with the barbed wire. Well, I don't know if it was barbed wired on top, but they were tall fences.
That concertina wire.
Security
and the funny part about it is these plants where you're talking about at, you go down there, and then if you go at the far end, you really don't want to go down there. Not now no more, because it's like Skid Row. It's very skizzy down there now. But that area, I was surprised at all the plants, and I was like, I didn't know all these plants was here in Cincinnati. Not that I would live there, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's not a very pretty town. But
No,
it's industrial. It's industrial. That's why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factories.
Wait, can I ask you guys a question? Since you know about the Procter and Gamble plant, does it smell good?
Nope.
Oh,
Well, because there was no detergent there.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the detergent. I'm
Our
wondering if
plant-
it smelled like a laundromat.
The plant in Lima smelled good. It was very clean. And
Okay.
You
it
know,
was
you know what the
amazing because-
worst city is that smells bad?
Uh-oh.
Gary, Indiana.
Oh yeah,
I've
Gary's
heard
very
about
nice.
that.
You know what? We used to, cause from Benton Harbor, we had to go through Gary to get to Chicago, and you
Mhm.
always knew when you was getting close because the smell was so bad.
There was
Mm.
parts of Finley that smelled bad. We had Cooper tires in Finley,
Yeah.
and the tire factory smelled. Oh
I-
God.
In
It
high
smells
school, I
like
played in a
burning
tournament
tires.
in Finley, Ohio. Yeah, the smell was.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful town, but if you were downwind of the Cooper tire plant, oh God,
Yeah.
it was nasty.
yeah.
I was
Um,
just kind of hoping it would smell like a laundromat. Guess not.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say about the plant I worked at, the Procter and Gamble plant, because it was all detergent,
Uh-huh.
and they so everything was really clean. It was all
Ingested.
automated, and they'd fill those boxes six bottles at a time, and they'd go down the line, and it was all robotic. It was really cool. I'm not supposed to talk about this, but
Yeah.
they had to sign a waiver and stuff.
You're gonna die now.
Anyway, but
7 days.
but if a box got jammed, like if a box accidentally went on the line backwards or just got jammed up,
Yeah.
and they had a spill, they would shut the line down, right?
Yeah.
And then the line techs would come in and they'd fix whatever the problem was, and they would hose down all the spilled, because they'd spill gallons and gallons of detergent all over the floor. So they would come and they'd hose it down, and it'd go down the drain, and they would pump it back to the lab. There was a lab where they made all the detergent.
They recycled it in the drain?
Yeah, they would send it back and they'd recycle it. They'd break it apart. They break apart the molecular structure of the liquids, and they'd redo it, and then they didn't waste.
Okay,
anything.
Ernie, that really does sound trade secret. You are gonna die.
They were one time the rabbi showed up.
What?
They because they were owned by the Jewish popularity. Jewish population owns a big part of Procter and Gamble,
Oh,
and so the stockholders. And one
Okay.
day, the rabbi, like their pope, I guess, the main guy, shows up to the plant, and he had these big old security guards. He was a really nice man, but big security guards. I mean, big men.
beefy.
And when they showed up to the plant, everyone was radioing ahead. The rabbi's here, and everybody was running around. All the foremen were like, okay, everybody get be on your best behavior and stuff. But he was really nice,
Dun, 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 dun,
But hey,
dun,
Ernie,
dun,
it sounds
dun,
like you
dun.
and I don't walk the same, almost on the same streets, you know?
yeah.
When I listen
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you talk about some of the things, I've been there too. Walked down them sidewalks or drove down the sidewalks or crawled down the sidewalks or,
Yeah, you've
So-
been to Hollywood. I've lived in Hollywood. And
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Been through Gary. Not crazy about Gary either.
Yeah.
I've only lived in Texas. I'm incredibly boring.
Who we
I
got
spent
next
some
on
time
the,
in. I'm sorry.
who we got
What?
next on the list? I think has
Ah.
David Lester gone yet or no?
No, he
Well,
come back, Dave.
I don't,
Come back.
well, we haven't actually heard Birdman. Do you have anything?
Yes, I do.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
hold on.
Okay, Lane, you go ahead and introduce him. Do your work.
He is
that?
cool.
There you
He's
go.
rocking. He's got so many things going on. Yeah, baby. Let's hear it from Mr. Birdman 313, yo.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yo.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Bad.
Yo,
You know what? I'm gonna read a poem. I wasn't gonna read this, but it's funny that this particular poem I sent it into for publication,
Yeah.
and the people told me it was too preachy. It had religion and it had politics in it.
God bless you.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And it's called Uncertain Times. And it's been posted on Facebook and other places. As enemies enter our lives, panic and fear overtake the mind. Even when we know the truth that God is in complete control, there still are some uncomfortable times about the daily battles within our hearts. Our mind begins to roam from place to place. This is the time we look around and begin to lose hope and strength. Fear begins to creep in and our focus becomes distracted. Alone, God offers us confidence and peace, which can never be found without him. He made all the heaven and earth with his plan for our life's journey. Poetry can help us to cope with realities of the unknowns ahead. We are now stepping out into unknown territory, alone or together. Poetry can capture the emotions as we share our scars and strength. Exploring the unknown gives shapes to wisdom and insight. To simply name the fears, whether they be personal, spiritual, or even political. We are reminded that we as people are still connected by worry, doubt, and joy. The resistance of closure with the sounding of darkness help us cope with the uncertainties of the shade of gray. These really are uncertain times.
Yeah.
Woo!
Uncertain.
Outro Lane.
Let's hear it for Mr.
And,
Birdman.
the second one,
313.
Huh?
Oh, wait, he's not done yet.
Wait. He's got another one.
Oh, I
That
can
was my
read
bad.
another one? Oh, okay.
Go for it. Go
Yeah,
for
go
it.
ahead.
Actually,
Go
this
for it.
one was written the other day. Diana just edited 2 days ago. I'm working on a video for it. It's called Silent Skies. Never have been content with complete silence before. Words collect in my dreams. While the moon and stars fade throughout the sky, the silence begins. The sky is devoid of movement compared to yesterday. The clouds gather and move slowly across the heavens. The only things visible are hawks, egrets, and small birds. There are no distractions like planes and helicopters to change their flight. Birds play tag with nothing in their way. I chase sunbeams while sitting on the patio on a sunny day. Thoughts gather about life as it has changed with the quietness all around. A breeze blows softly, quietly with the soft clouds up above. The mind, body, and soul can lay back and gather a new vision. Roses and flowers bloom on a sunny day, painting a picture with the rainbow scene that decorate the eyes with words for beauty. It has been a long time since the sky has been this quiet. The clouds and the sky seem to be so much clearer now. As the wind blows, a freshness is felt. This new way of life surrounded by silence is awesome. It allows the mind to roam freely under the sunny blue sky, breathe in creation, and inspire peaceful creativity.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
Woo!
Birdman 313. Yes,
Woo!
Thank
that
you.
was
Doc.
great.
Okay, who's got their drink specials?
I got mine.
All right.
Yeah. Gin and orange juice.
Oh, hell, he's going Snoop on our asses. He's got gin and
Gin and
juice,
juice.
y'all.
Yeah.
Gin and juice. Now
Yeah.
we're just waiting for the endo.
Who's drinking gin and juice?
Birdman.
All right, man. I don't have any liquor today. I had
He's just got hops flavored water.
well, I had half a shot left in my little bottle of Jim Beam, and so I just drank that, and that was it. So I just got like a 6-pack.
Well, we went
Okay,
to the
wait,
liquor
wait.
store yesterday, and I said, well, hey, I hadn't been drinking, and I've been
Yeah.
working out, sweating, and I'm like, I might as well go ahead and, let loose for a little bit.
Yeah, I hit it kind of hard last week, so I said I don't need to get some more liquor. I'll just
Yeah.
take it easy this weekend.
Okay, well, wait, real quick. I just kind of wanted to read a little footnote here. Speaking of drinking,
Speaking of feet,
no, this is from the Lizard King himself, Jim Morrison.
Oh.
Why do I drink? So I can write poetry. Sometimes when it's all spun out and all that is ugly recedes into a deep sleep, there is an awakening and all that remains is true. As the body is ravaged, the spirit grows stronger. Forgive me, Father, for I know what I do. I want to hear the last poem of the last poet.
Wow. That's
Ouch.
nice.
Oh,
The Lizard King, Mr. Mojo Rising himself.
You
I did
know,
put it full screen, but it was too short to do it.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
just a little clip.
yeah, Santa Monica. We was out in California. I forgot which beach it was because we had been to almost all the beaches there, and we went by Jim Morrison, the place where he used to live at.
Oh, for real? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
We was on a tour because we do. Hey, a lot of people think when we go out there, we do a lot of tours. We have done a lot of tours, and when they went by there, they said Jim Moore, that's where he lived at, and and I'm like, it's upstairs, and they got a big picture on the side of the building of him, and I'm like, wow, man, it must have been nice, I'm like, whew, I sure wish I could have been up there, hey. But it was like I said, we've seen a lot of musicians, the places where they lived at. And if you see
That's
it,
cool.
you would think they had big old homes, but they didn't. They were small. Well, back then, guess they couldn't afford.
A lot of musicians were on the road all the time, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it made no sense to have a big old home.
Right.
And the
right.
ones that do, what I always think is so comical is that it's kind of like that line from the Joe Walsh song "Life's Been Good."
Yeah.
Was it about the mansion?
Oh, I got a mansion. Forget the price. Ain't never been there. They tell me it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's bought himself a huge mansion, but he's never there. He's always on the road.
Exactly.
Do you know who Henry Diltz is, the photographer?
Don't.
He's the guy that shot the album cover, the Morrison Hotel,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and he was the uncle of one of my roommates when I lived in Hollywood.
Oh, tell the story,
Oh.
please.
And one day, he asked me. My roommate asked me if because we would do odd jobs all the time. None of us had regular jobs,
Right.
and if I wanted to help his uncle move, he was moving.
And you didn't know who he was.
No,
then.
I had no clue. And so I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. And so we helped him move and into his new house, and he already had most of his stuff there. And after we finished what we were doing, he took us out to his garage where he had this album collection that was like 4 wide on the floor, double stacked high, the length of the garage of albums. I've never seen so many albums in my life, and most of them were like, a lot of them were like promotional copies, and
Brand new.
Some were brand new, unopened, like vintage records, signed. Some were signed. We were going through, and we're like, holy cow, look at all these records. I still didn't know who he was.
Uh-huh.
And so we're flipping through some different records, and we opened one up, and me and his nephew, my roommate, we're all three standing there, and there's this album has probably been there since who knows how long.
The 60s.
And we found like a 6 or 7 inch tail of bud. And it was all compressed, because it had been in there for 20, 30 years,
Wow.
And he kind of looked at us real sheepishly, like, well, I'm just gonna go in the house now. And me and my roommate like, whoa, dude, this is probably from the 70s, man. And we took it and we smoked it.
Yeah.
Later. But
Okay. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
60s weed.
But yeah, he's photographed like since the early 70s. I mean, everybody. I mean, you name it, Paul McCartney, Elton John, Peter Frampton.
Follow
the
him
Monkees.
Follow him on Instagram. He's taking pictures of like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, the Doors, the Eagles.
He was Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young's official photographer.
And you see the Desperado cover art. That's his photography.
What's his
the
name?
Eagles, James Taylor.
Henry Diltz, Diltz.
Yeah, they just opened a museum up of his works over there. I think in Los Angeles. Yeah, it has to be in Los Angeles. and I couldn't remember if it was in San Francisco or Los Angeles, but
Yeah, follow him on Insta. He's got incredible body of work. Dear God.
very modest guy. You know, he wasn't like bragging. Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't know who he was till later. I go, oh shit, that's that guy I helped move.
Like 20 years later, that's my roommate's uncle.
It's funny that you said that because when we go to San Francisco, there's an art store that's right down from the hotel we stay at, and I mean all the pictures and the LP covers that this store has. It has Jimi Hendrix, has the Door, it has all of that. So I'm wondering, is it the same place that you're talking about? But this is in San Francisco. It's
It
on
might be.
what's the name of that street?
It was a museum.
Who? It's on Geary Street in San
When-
Francisco.
And when was this? When did you go?
Last year.
It was
We was
probably
out there. Cause we go to San Francisco. We've been out there because we went to
Yeah,
City
he
Lights
just opened
Bookstore last year, and the hotel we stay at is like 1, 2, 3 doors down from where we stay at. And when I seen I'm like, wow, look at all these LP, these covers. They got the Beatles, Paul McCartney, John Lennon. It has all of that.
Yeah, that has to be it. And,
Uh-huh.
yeah, they just had a big.
Yeah, he actually, like I said, I follow him on Instagram, and he had like this big premiere of when it was opening up, and you could win one of his prints. I didn't get it, but I tried. And like I said, he's an amazing photographer. He's the kind of photographer I would dream to be. I mean, the life he's led, it's just like, whoa. It was before. It was before. It was before photographers were like known by name. They're not really known by name, by just their body of work. Where you say, that picture? Yeah, he took that. Not like the
Yeah,
Annie
because-
Leibovitz and the Franz, and
I mean, he would
Because this hotel we stay at, they got footprints of the Jackson 5, and they have, I forgot, they had the handprints, the footprints outside. So
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Birdman.
yeah,
When you earlier, when you said must have been nice, you know what that made me think of?
but
oh no.
Must have been love, but it's over now.
Do you know
Okay.
what he's saying? Because I don't.
okay.
It's totally
Oh,
off
man.
key.
I've known
But-
this
yeah.
man for 11 years. I still don't know what he's saying.
It's completely off key, but I think Ernie knows what I'm singing.
I think, but you're not singing it right.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What song is it?
I think it's called "Must Have Been Love." It was an '80s song.
By
I looked it up earlier today. Must have been love.
Bye.
must have. I think that's Roxette.
Roxette. Yeah.
Roxette.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I lived through the '80s. I remember that shit. I
Yeah,
was a
I did too.
teenager. I'm old enough to remember that because I was in high school.
I wonder why you keep disappearing. Sit back a little bit there.
Yeah,
Not
that
too
doesn't
f-
help.
Well, not all
Yeah,
the way
she
back, just a little-
disappeared. Yeah.
Is Charlotte still here?
Yeah,
Charlotte,
Charlotte's
I'm
here.
still-
Yep. She's witnessing our craziness. Yep.
I think David Lester hasn't read anything yet.
I read a profile earlier. So, what do you miss about the '80s? And the answer was the '70s.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
The 70s were cool though too. I'm
The
old enough to
70s
remember
were so
most
awesome.
of the 70s.
Huh.
Good
I
times, man.
graduated in '74 from high school.
Oh, wow.
When I think about the '70s, I always think about
Players.
being in my dad's Impala station wagon, no AC, no seatbelts, of course. Listening to AM radio, traveling from Dallas to South Texas to see our cousins. Whenever I think about 70s music, I always call it musical Prozac. It just puts me in a good mood.
But you know what? The funny part about it
I think
is
about riding bikes and stuff.
a
and
lot of the
with my
music
friends.
that was in the 70s, if you listen to it now, you'd be like, wow, that's what's going on now. Because I listen to a lot of old Motown songs, and I'll be like, wow, like Ball of Confusion by the Temptations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it is a ball of confusion.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and you know, like oh man. Well, y'all already know I love Rare Earth. You know,
then,
I listen to their music and I be like, man, you know, and then I think about all the other ones, the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, Judy in the Skies.
Oh, did you hear that the Stones just dropped a new song?
Did they?
And they did it like this through through video chat.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you see it, Tom?
Yeah, I sure did. I liked it. Living in a Ghost Town, and they also did.
And the video is really cool because they're going through the streets of London or different towns. Dead, empty. Nobody on the streets, no cars, nobody walking. And at first, I thought it was just like still photographs. And I go, wait a minute, this is video.
That's right.
You know?
wow.
And it's Living in the Ghost Town is the name of the song. And,
good song.
There's.
and they were all at their own house. They were at their own houses. Mick Jagger was at his house. Keith Richards was at his house.
We got so little time. So you're talking about the 80s and the 70s. When I was doing poetry in Woodstock, I met the photographer for the band and for Bob Dylan and for Woodstock, right? Yeah. And he was such a nice guy. He gave up doing photography because he said he didn't really like the people he was mixing with anymore because they weren't the sort of 60s luminaries of kindness, gentleness, love, all the rest of it. So it's just really nice to meet someone who was right there in the 60s at Woodstock, at the band house, did the cover for the band, you know, Stage Fright and all those wonderful things. But that's the 60s. You guys are 80s. And,
I remember the band.
Yeah, love the band. That was really good. But I got one for you, Hot Tamale. You know?
Uh-oh. Tell me.
It goes like this. Austin, New World Adventures. Texas open for business, 25% capacity. So we go to our local circus, Trader Joe's, expecting a May Day protest against working conditions. According to the Austin Statesman, this involves Instacart, Shipt, Walmart, Whole Foods, Amazon, Target, and FedEx. So we're expecting placards and French mobs in solidarity. Revolution, revolution, May Day, May Day. Amazon sacked 2 workers for protesting their work conditions, but there are no unions in Texas. There is a line of masked shoppers safely distancing. Water's being given out to counter the Texas heat. There is a stoic calm in this line which stretches right round the building. When we enter, social distancing continues. We overshop, not knowing we will ever come back again. No samples, no snacks. Everyone is masked. Surreal occasion. Nobody laughs. We have all lost something, and it may never return. It's the joy of good personal company. The circus has left town. The security state makes all the rules and changes them. Wait until 50% of the shoppers wake up that the casualties in Texas are still rising and consumption is still a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Mr. Tom.
I posted.
You can.
Go ahead, Charla.
Oh, usually if a word comes up that's in a poetry I had planned to read tonight, a poem I planned to read tonight, I find it very interesting. Yep. So you were talking about ghosts a few minutes ago.
Right.
This is called Ancestry of the Sun and Moon.
Can I introduce you, Charla?
Wait, hold on.
Okay, wait, Charla, let's bring you up.
Okay. Sure.
All right, coming up next to our virtual quarantine stage, give it up for Charla Shotwell.
Hey everybody, hope you all are doing great tonight. This is called Ancestry of the Sun and Moon. Ghosts of time come rearing faces known and unknown, wanted and unwanted, leaving marks of times past and present. Winds blow as leaves fly above a new horizon, shared by those living and dead. Some never die, living on, lighting our way, even in these darkest days of October's morn, in the midst of crossing veils at the thinnest moment, as our oldest ancestors shine on, one in the beginning and the other at day's end.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right, give it up for Charla Shotwell. Give her all the spoken and heard love. I was loving it when I was introducing Charla and everybody was going like this. I was like, oh God! But I mean, it was throwing me. I was trying to keep it together, but I wanted to start laughing.
It's a show. It's a show.
I can't see what you're doing.
You're lucky. You're
It's
lucky.
like, ah!
Everyone was throwing their hands in the air.
Yeah.
and waving them like they just don't care.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So huh?
What was that?
Yes.
That's the young. He's back. Next
Oh,
front.
there he is.
Besides.
Yay!
There
Yay.
it
What's
is.
up, Ben Franklin? You
I
ain't
don't-
speaking tonight. What's up?
I don't see Ben. I don't see
He's
David.
there.
Yeah, he's there. He's coming up.
He's in the share screen next to you.
I don't see him.
I don't see him either. I don't see you either,
I
Tom.
see him.
I see him.
He's there.
But he ain't speaking. I don't know why he ain't speaking to me.
He's not coming up on the main.
I'm here.
But.
It's delayed. He'll pop up in a second.
He's
Okay.
He's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so
I'm
are
here.
we waiting?
Lane, were you going to say something?
Oh,
Oh,
dear
you-
God.
Well, you kept starting to say something. You never said
So
anything.
no,
Keep
I
going.
mean, what I was going to say, I don't have a piece per se, but I do have, in the I was given I was part of a writing workshop, and one of the assignments today was, if you're going to write a story, what would the message be? And I was thinking about the current story I'm writing right now, and I wrote about the message.
Okay, well, hold on a second. David Lester, did you have something? Because he hasn't read yet at all yet.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can go ahead and read one.
Yeah,
Go for it. Here, wait, Lane,
Right.
go ahead and introduce the man.
I got to. You know what? I got to load some patriotic music. But go ahead.
You seriously do.
Go ahead.
He's constitutional. He is great, the grand, talented, the always wonderful David Lester Young.
Lane, I personally think you've forgotten how to do your job.
Yep.
He's
Ah,
great.
Seriously.
That's the greatest intro I've ever had.
thank you, David.
More time.
No respect.
I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, here it goes. Do bark on poetry rings. So deep thy vibrations vibrate the depth within vowel chord. Thy stained consonance resonates thy character of pure crystal poetry. To furrow-seated fertile words covered amidst layers that be true love. Each line cradled in the womb, giving life to poetry wry heartbeats. Thy poets are composite creations of core conceptual compositions, unique universe blossoming upon pages, be rich rhyme depositions. The heart be the heart of literary atmosphere. Rooted to thy barbed soul, thy troubadour does harmonize melodies. The morning doze awaits morning, Mother Nature's nurtured night literature. Songbirds serenade sounds that abound the light sunrise beams. Brings us each day's blessing as spry sunbeams spread divine peace. That tranquility that humanity be rooted in dew bark of poetry ring. The eye in my eyes hears the ears stereo sound. Sends fresh fragrant verses, bud bright blossoms in blue bonnet hues, amidst blue cyan, prancing rye hues. What is poetry but the heartbeats amplified onto rippling parchment of lucid imagery? Oh, dance with me, be barefoot, fancy free, amid floating wildflower meadows of spring. Yes, to spring spirits that levitate poetry's divine purpose. Drift, we are blessed to ride the wind's currents that tap dance's fingers aloft. We be love that traverses within our unique poetic stamina mind. Alike we be poets, bearing stamina stature, pollinating the blessed words of divine Amen. Do bark on poetry rings. Thank you.
What's up,
David
David?
Lester Young. David Lester Young.
Ben
Yes.
Franklin?
Ben Franklin.
Woo!
Now, you might try something. Ernie B, change sides and see if the background, if you disappear and...
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but we're all kind of wired in here, though. Because we're wearing
Oh.
headphones and stuff.
Well, you're normally wired in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What
No,
we
because you
look
keep
like?
because you keep disappearing.
I know. Well, you were disappearing too
See-
a minute ago.
Ghost Town.
Ernie
Ghost-
B, you have a dark background and she has a light background.
Here, stay there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just go like this.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah,
that.
and by the way, I appreciate how the fact you guys are using the backgrounds too. It makes the whole shot look better.
Visuals, baby. They're not going to listen to the words,
I
but
have
they
natural
sure have
books.
eyeballs blowing.
Degrees, pictures, hey, broken down computers.
Alcohol.
I'm still frozen.
Ah,
It's like those
Okay, I'm good.
people at the end of the Law and Order credits.
Oh God, no! At the end of the Naked Gun credits, where they're like this.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then they'll have a janitor walking behind them.
Did you know that the South by Southwest Film Festival is free and online right now?
Really?
Oh,
yeah?
for real?
For real.
So did they give the attendees their refunds?
No, they don't do that. They're cheap bastards. But 35
I know.
for everyone else who didn't pay. That's some sort of weird Texas justice. And
My God.
I heard some people are starting to file lawsuits
That's
because
right.
they won't get.
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah, but they're being
People spend a lot of money on that stuff.
sure is waste of money. So,
It like South by Southwest became our own fire festival,
yes, it did, didn't it? It absolutely did. Yeah,
Hey,
forward.
where it's kind of like, oh, you want your money back? Screw you.
That fire festival was just. And see, at least this was for a reason. There was a pandemic. Okay, that's
Oh, yeah.
different.
Legitimate.
That fire festival was just screwed.
Yep. Charlie, you were saying something.
Yeah.
What?
Cons and Sundance and like 18 other film festivals are going to be on YouTube from May 29th to June under like global
Wow.
film festival. Yeah, it's going to be cool. And also, if y'all want to watch some of the South by Southwest, I highly recommend Francis Ferguson and The Short Basic. Those are both great.
Nice.
And Headcost is great too.
yeah, I just found out last night that we may be going to LA for Christmas. They, we always go out there for July to the bodybuilding, and what they did was they canceled it for July, and they pushing it all the way to December, and it's gonna be in LA. So it's gonna be good because Diana gets a chance to hang out with her daughter for which we always do anyway, and then I get a chance to do poetry reading at this place called Soapbox. And if we stay as long as we planning on, I'll get a chance to do 2 readings there. So hey, I'm praying and hoping that this thing clears up, and she is too, because then we're gonna spend 2 weeks in LA. I like that.
Hopefully it does by December at least, because if it does,
Oh
that
my
means
God.
going into 2021,
Yeah.
it'll be downhill.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be going into 2021 sans Trump, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't mention that. No, don't mention that.
Don't
no.
get me started.
Exactly.
What was that name? What was the name of that venue that was downstairs? I can't remember what street. It was more downtown. It was more like a political open mic kind of thing. We went there a couple times.
The Hideout.
Was the Hideout? Okay.
No, that
Wait, was
one-
it no? Was there one on Brave New Books?
Brave Book, that's it.
Oh, the one on the drag.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was the one that Owl led for a while.
Yeah.
Was it
And then-
Quackenbushes? Not
Yeah.
Quackenbushes.
No,
No.
it was a lot.
Steven
This was
Quackenbush?
this was way before.
It was that one that was kind of like in the basement of a bookstore.
This
Oh,
was
yeah?
way before Steve.
It's
joined.
kind of where MLK and the drag kind of meet.
That's
Okay.
it. Go down.
I know this. I'm sorry, not Steve Quackenbush. There was a place on the drag that we
Okay.
used to read poetry at called Quackenbushes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I remember Quackenbushes.
Ah.
Yeah,
They had great
apologize.
muffins.
You're still kind of
You know
breaking
what?
up. So
Diana, she was asking me about some place that's called Quackenbush, and she wanted to know, was he related or was it his spot?
yeah.
Oh God.
No.
Quackenbush Coffee House.
I kind of wondered about that as soon as I said it because I was reminiscing with Ernie and he started as soon as I said Quackenbush, I was like, or is it Quakenbush? Dear God! And then he starts laughing. He's like, is it related to Steven? I was like, I have no idea.
Okay, there's one. You know where Strange Brew is at?
Yeah.
That's where it's called Quack. Because she's been asking me that, and I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know? I'm not in Austin, but because Steve Quackenbush, he does, hit me up every once in a while because we have, matter of fact, my bass guitar instructor and Quackenbush are good friends. And
Really?
I didn't, I haven't asked her, and she keeps saying it's at where Strange Brew used to be. It's called Quackenbush Coffee
Yes.
House.
But he's Quakenbush. It's a different pronunciation.
Okay.
Okay.
Different.
Okay, well, I'm actually looking at Google Maps, and there's something there that called Monkeys Vintage and Thrift. That's where it is now. It's kind of at that little juncture between MLK and the drag.
Nice.
Okay.
Guadalupe.
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 Don't get me started on that too.
Oh.
Man Shack.
Elgin.
Man Shack.
When a few people were coming up with a few pieces, it made me think of an episode of The Golden Girls, where
Of course
yes,
it
where
Everything.
where Rose was about to
I
say
dropped a pencil. Oh, that reminds me of the Golden Girls.
Rose was about to say something, right?
did. I took a dump. It reminded me of the Golden Girls.
Rose was about to say something, and they tell a story, and she started saying, "I was 13," and Sophia goes like, "Fine," and then she starts talking. Dorothy says, "Ma, she wasn't even finished." And it's like, what? She said she was 13. Look at her now. You don't call that a tragedy?
Oh,
Okay.
what happened to Scarla? She's turned into a chair. Are you a chairwoman?
Yeah.
God, that makes
Yeah,
me think
all I see is Charlotte's chair right now.
Yeah, she got
that,
Okay.
God, that makes me think of. That makes
She's
me,
like, I'm coming.
that makes me think of The Tick.
Oh, by the way, if anyone's watching that would like to join this
Craziness.
mayhem,
I-
if you have Skype, log on to Skype, search for Spoken and Heard, or if you're watching on YouTube also, log on to Skype, search for Spoken and Heard, and hit us up, and we'll add you to the conversation.
Ultimately, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, yeah.
That's kind of like a PSA thing here. Ernie, go ahead and say it again.
You know what?
Go ahead and say it again. Say the PSA.
If you're watching, if you're watching and you want to join the show, load up Skype. If you have Skype on your phone or on your computer, oh, there's Breezy Love.
Breezy, do you want to come in?
She's asking if there's more poets to come. But that's why I'm trying to get more people to.
Yeah, I
come
know,
on.
because we're gonna just keep talking current events. You know, we need to get
like
a
I
poet
said,
on here.
Log on to Skype, search for Spoken and Heard.
And if you
join
want to
the-
do a poem, a song, if you want to set up your phone and
Why
do
do
some
you interrupt me when I'm in the middle of doing a PSA? And you just log on to Skype, search for Spoken and Heard, hit us up, we'll join the show. There.
Now, I can get one of my books and read a poem right quick if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay, hold on. I gotta leave for a minute.
Okay, it's a long intro.
Lane, introduce him.
Actually, I read one of these poems. I can sleep well tonight because someone had picked these poems out for me to read, but then I changed it, and now I don't have to look at her being upset with me.
Oh wait, hold on. Incognito. Let's hear it for. Let's hear it for a very what's that term?
Hey.
Oh God, I can't remember the name of that term. DL. Let's hear it for we're very on the DL Birdman.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait.
He's the one been drinking.
I know, right?
There you go.
I need a raise.
All right. Oh,
You
okay.
need a raise.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgetting how to speak
she
at all.
ain't heard that. Hey, yeah. Hey, man. You know, she charged me for this stuff, man.
Right.
I'm going to read, hey, talking about Las Vegas, I'm going to do this poem called Casino Love.
Casino Love.
Yeah. The mind is shuffling like a deck of cards as one card after another slowly covers another. A random memory falls together by the corners to deal from a past at the bottom of the deck. Sadly, most will end up broke by playing two machines at a time. A casino lover wonders why he doesn't have a dime. Hitting the jackpot is the biggest dream, but the odds are seriously low. You want to stop, but casino love is no joke. Either you will win or stay broke. Casino love is like a disease. You max your betting to win big. The addiction is so easy to attain with fun along with the thrill, but you won't win. You keep coming back when you know you should leave. Some lose their car, home, and even their family. When you win, you just keep playing, hoping, wishing, and waiting for the bonus to drop. You spend all your money because it is fun, but then you become addicted and are under a gun. It starts as a game that you play, becomes a game that plays you. Casino love is a disease that is insidious. If only you know. And it's from my poetry book, Elements of Life.
All right, spreading the love, getting us hooked. Let's hear it for Mr. Birdman 313.
Oh, she got a smile on her face. I know I'm good now. Oh.
So, like I said, I don't have a piece per se, but I have a statement of what I want the current story I'm writing to be about and what the message I want it to focus on.
So what are you trying to say?
Oh, cut to the
Well,
Uh-oh.
how about why don't you one of motherfuckers just
Exactly. What are you trying to say?
What a
why don't you one of you motherfuckers just introduce me?
Oh, he's got attitude now.
Love
Right.
you, Mooney. Kisses.
Hey, folks. Sorry for cutting out, because here's my problem. You know, when we usually do Spoken and Heard at Kick Butt, I always have something to eat, something to drink, cookies, a sandwich, a pizza, all the amazing food at Kick Butt Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But And now it's actually, people don't think that this is hard work. It kind of is. And so I actually had to cut out and go get myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sorry.
Oh, I've been
sounds
eating them
good.
every night, man. Hey, I
You've
love
Been
peanut butter
cutting
and
that
jelly.
all evening.
Yeah, I think you saw
Oh,
David Lister's
cutting
chowing
out
down on a
all evening.
sandwich.
Sounds dish.
I just had tortilla soup.
Yeah, I ate before I started doing all of this because I know because Hot Tamale will tell me, oh, well, you can just get something to eat when you get down there. I go, no, I can't because once I get there, I'm gonna get busy and I don't have time to eat. You know, I have to eat before.
But see, at the same time, you know, when me and Lawson thought we're kind of like going back and forth with the snacks, but we're running up and down the stairs, so
Right.
that is hungry work.
It is.
I understand what you're saying, Ernie. You in your element. You wants to do what you want to do. You don't want to eat, but you want to drink, though.
I'll drink. 'Cause it's,
yeah, I understand. Hey,
it's
I
very
can't-
rare. It's very rare that I go to a show with nothing to eat because I just can't
Yeah.
function. If I don't eat anything, I got to eat before
Right.
in the beginning of the day,
yeah.
I
and I'll be
can't.
fine.
I can't wait until we are able to go back. I mean, I'm waiting for the day when they say, "Hey, we found a vaccine," or "Hey, there's herd immunity now. We don't have to worry about it anymore." And when the day that's a sure thing, someday I will run to kick butt, and I will be so happy.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
they already got they did an emergency approval of not a vaccine, but a treatment.
Remdesivir.
Yeah, I saw that in ERs.
I've been
Yeah,
pushing one for a long time because
Yeah,
it works. It was done for Ebola. It didn't work for Ebola, but all of these are derivations of the SARS. You know, like the flu and MERS and all that. They're all derivations of the same thing. But Remdesivir now has had a study of 8,000 people, and it has at least 20% improvement on people. It wasn't a complete vaccine, but they're now giving 1 million doses to American medical researchers. Gilead.
Yeah, and it helps them heal quicker. They
That's
can
right.
recover faster.
That's
I'm
right.
that's a good thing.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
That's a step in the right direction, at least. You know.
You're right.
I'm not gonna be like one of these Trumpsters to say they found a cure. It's over. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they can build on that, whatever it's made out of,
Yeah.
and modify it and make it. Oh, there comes Breezy Love.
As opposed to shining a UV light up your butt and injecting bleach.
Well, I still don't understand that. How is someone going to inject light?
Do it for him first.
No. They're saying shining the light in your butt.
Yeah.
Say again?
Big butt.
For those of you that have tried flashlights, no, just kidding. I'm not going there.
You just did. You just did.
I just did.
Wow.
I think Breezy Love was trying to call. Breezy, if you're trying to call, I was about to join you to the call, but then you hung up or got disconnected. Keep trying.
Our call volume is currently heavy. Please try again.
It's
Please try your call again.
Yeah, we don't have a fan.
On it.
Oh, and I was going to say that earlier. I think other than starting a little late, have you noticed like this whole session so far, there hasn't been any echo or any weirdness
Don't
like that?
curse it.
we got weirdness.
Yeah.
Weirdness.
But one thing happened though. Fortunately, it happened after we were up and running. My keyboard died on me. I can't type I can't type anything. It's just like dead. I don't know what happened, and I don't want to mess with it now because everything's working. I'll wait till after the show.
Okay, wait a minute. I've got a quick impression for y'all. Close your eyes and tell me if this sounds familiar. Unexpected item in bagging area.
Oh God.
Shoplifter.
I gotta go there tomorrow.
I swear, I did that once when I was going through the self-check at Walmart, and I even made the person who monitors all the self-checks turn around. She was like, "Was that you?"
Aha.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, that was me.
Hey, who was reading the thing earlier about standing out in the lines?
Yeah, me. I was reading
Was
that.
that you?
Yeah.
That gave me a good idea because it is getting warmer outside.
Right.
So I got to go tomorrow because I'm completely out of food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my umbrella. So if I have to stand out
cap.
there in the sun,
Hey,
I'm
will you
serious.
take a picture with your umbrella?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
and
if I have
post
to
it.
stand out in the sun in the parking lot, I'm gonna be under an umbrella at least.
Oh, okay.
It's hot. It's
At
getting hot.
Trader Joe's, they've got, not only do they give you water while you're waiting in 90-degree heat, but they also have jokes on the ground, like little jokes that you go from 6 feet to 6 feet on, and coverings, tent coverings all the way.
The pop-ups, yeah.
Yeah, pop-up things. Really helpful. So
Yeah, Lowe's. I mean, Home Depot has that too. The pop-ups.
yeah, very good, very good, and free water. So May Day. Do you know about May Day?
Mayday!
Yeah, okay.
Beltane!
Oh, that's
Beltane. Yeah.
okay. Charlotte and hot tamale. Don't worry. Well, so it goes Beltane, May Day, May Day. So for the People's Day, May the 1st, a thin walkout strike by oppressed workers at Amazon and Whole Foods, Target and Trader Joe's. Still, social distancing is hard in demonstrations unless you are the Suicide Squad outside the Texas Capitol demanding that all businesses open even when the casualties rise higher. It's also Magic Jack's birthday, so he gets serenaded by a flotilla of young female singer-songwriters he has encouraged and will persist in celebrating all May for Beltane. The Green Man revives The Wicker Man 1973, updated via Zoom, and a sing-along of the folk songs in that fine original movie. Of course, there's always a poor remake, so we cling to sing the original theme and watch and celebrate Beltane in May 2020 with our only Earth as witness, and May Day morphs into Maypoles, and the Green Man sings with us again, and all is right and righteous, happy and alive and well, apart from a second wave.
Okay, is someone's calling me? Are you calling me?
Tom kind of cut out.
I'm getting I'm getting a phone call. You? Is that you?
No, we're not calling you.
So
Who's calling?
Andrew Horniman, I think.
He's watching. He's calling the wrong line.
Yeah, exactly. So
did I just hang up on Andrew Horniman?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. It's okay because he wasn't calling us. He wasn't. He was calling the wrong person.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I didn't mean to hang up on you.
No guilt, baby. No guilt.
Yeah,
I can try and add him.
Yeah, but Mayday.
I could try and call him.
Mayday will always make me think of the Wicker Man.
Yes, the Wicker Man. That's what we watched on Friday night. We watched the Wicker Man, the original one, 1973.
Yeah.
Yes, really good. Naked people everywhere. Love it. And the last. It's all true.
Well, no, naked women basically. But
Yeah, because guys who make scary movies, they're only interested in tits and ass.
Well, they want to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're interested in TNA, not DNA. There's a TNA, not DNA.
But see, the whole origin of the whole reason behind Beltane, fertility.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. To fertilize the crops, to encourage the crops to grow.
Absolutely.
All the happy pagans would go off into the forest and hump their brains out.
And they did in the movie. Really wonderful.
Hell yeah. Celebrate Beltane. Go screw yourself. No, just kidding.
Andrew Horniman's trying to get in there, and Breezy.
Yeah.
Is he trying to get in?
Yeah, I think that was me. I think
that's what he said.
I'm so sorry, Andrew. I'm so sorry.
Tell him I'll call him.
Okay, Andrew, if you're watching the broadcast right now, Ernie B is trying to call you.
Well, I'll try to call you. Hold on. I'm trying something else here.
Hey, this.
What are you doing?
He's in stereo. He's in triage.
Okay.
I shared a picture of the stage. So if you guys want to, I'll put this picture of the stage behind you. You're more than welcome.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what
I don't know how to put a background on, so.
I don't really know that either. And it went away.
Oh, I don't know. I tried it. I just kind of stumbled on it right now. Let me see if I can get Andrew on here. Hold on a second.
I think he's listed as Andrew Hit B-Man or something.
Yeah, weird.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Dang, I should have got a cup of milk. This is sticky peanut butter.
Got milk?
Milk. Leche.
Does the body good.
Oh, God.
Oh, my keyboard doesn't work. I can't type his name.
Okay, I'm going to be big and strong.
There he is. There he is. There he is.
Okay. Let me call him.
Where'd the link go? Oh. But Ernie, you passed him.
Did I?
Yeah, hit B man.
The B-Man.
Okay. Okay, Andrew, we're trying to add you. I think we're calling you. Yeah, we're calling you right now.
Hopefully, I will see him
There he
this
is.
time.
Ah, there he is. There he is.
Oh, wait,
Andrew.
Ah.
Ah.
Okay, so is everyone? Do y'all see Andrew?
No,
Not yet.
no.
No.
No, I think I hear him.
I don't know.
or something.
I hear that distinctive voice. High pitch. High.
Okay.
Sounds like he just plugged in. There he is.
There he is.
Hey.
Andrew.
Hey.
Yay! I get to
Andrew!
see you.
Hi.
Andrew.
Hi. I am
Were,
here.
were you?
Are you drunk yet?
I am not drunk. I am not. I'm. What?
Were you,
Drink more.
were you
Think
trying
less.
to call me earlier? Was that you? Andrew?
What? Yes.
Was that you? I'm so
I'm
sorry.
Breezy. I was also Breezy. She's not on.
Breezy, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she tried to call me for a split second, and then before I could answer it, it went away. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we were both on. I called and we were in a room. We were like together. It was just me and her.
It must be love.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I'm drinking bubbly sparkling water.
You wild man.
Cause drinking
What's the flavor?
grapefruit bubbly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
They actually say that's the new Millennium La Croix.
yeah.
Andrew, Andrew, have
What?
I told you?
They say that it tastes like you drove by a grapefruit.
I'm very envious of you because you
Big
get to live
grapefruit,
alone.
What?
I'm very envious of you because you get to live alone.
Oh no. That's fine. I'm moving to Tucson in a couple of weeks.
What?
What?
Oh, Andrew,
Oh.
No.
Yes, I am.
care. Tucson don't care. Boston
Okay.
Because
moving?
he wants to go back to the dry heat.
No,
What?
that's not it. I want to go. I want to go
Andrew,
to.
you going back to Tucson?
Yeah, because I want to go to a place where I feel better about collecting debt.
Oh shit.
So are you really moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really cool.
So why are
Oh,
you
come on,
moving?
man.
What?
Come
So
on.
why are you
You
moving?
need to stay where you at.
He's making no money.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for reading the subtext.
Right.
So what's waiting for you in Arizona?
Hey,
What?
Andrew.
Collect less
Andrew.
debt.
You're a
We're gonna-
slut. What?
Andrew,
What? Yes, Victor. What?
if I
Victor?
send you
Birdman.
an email for a spot to get on, you can do your comedy, would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm going to send you, well, you might not get on this week, but I'm going to talk to them because they normally take anybody. And that's the place where I go to.
They'll
and
take
I say,
anybody.
you and this one particular guy, y'all just alike.
That's
Shit.
Similar comedy. And no, once you get on there, you can always be on there. So I'm gonna send you once I'm gonna talk to them, and I'll send you the email. Got
that
you?
will. Okay.
Do I have
Are
your
you-
email address?
You will.
Okay, cool.
Are
I thought you
um,
did. You did it one time. Wait, what am I
Okay.
doing?
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm emailing you right. I know
no.
Okay.
No, because I'm trying to find Vic. Are you under Victor or the
No.
Victor Johnson?
No.
No.
It's on the
313.
Egg Bird. That's my poetry. My poetry is
I know,
on
but-
eggbird313@gmail.com.
Oh, but what if I do this?
Yeah.
What if I give you my email on Facebook?
Hey, I don't care. I'm just trying to, hey man, this place is out of Tarzana, California. And they're looking for people to come on. And hey, the comedy that I've heard on there, Hey
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, you are one of the funniest one. There's only about maybe one or two people that is really, really funny, but you will fit in just right.
Okay,
It's
I
not
say,
what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
Are
Exactly.
you,
That's
are you
what.
still going to be living alone in Arizona?
no, I'm living with my aunt. I'll be living with my
Oh.
aunt. I have
Okay.
Okay,
I have-
wait, is
I
that
have family
a
down
good
there.
thing?
I have
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I have family down there. It's good. I think I want to go see family, and if I'm going to
Okay.
figure out how to reset myself, I can go back to I can.
Origins. Evolution backwards. Evolution backwards.
It's kind of like whatever. I'm the prodigal son going back to the family that I care about.
Okay. But hey,
Well,
don't
still,
forget.
with you.
I will get you hooked up with him because I got there's somebody I can't think.
I
what's his
appreciate
name?
it.
Jeffrey. I got him hooked up and he didn't come on. But
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
get you hooked up with him and you come on and I will let them know that you are from Austin. You a friend of mine. You will get on there and you will be a permanent person on their site.
It will be online. I will be doing it like this.
Yes. Are you scared? You scared?
Now you say it like that, yeah.
Oh, no.
The way you say it, like you're scared? Scared? Yeah.
You scared? Huh?
What were you chicken? Are you chicken?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
it's kind of like saying,
that.
well, I wasn't scared until you said that.
Yes.
You know what? Forget about it.
I'll get you
email.
hooked up, man. I'll get you hooked up. And hey, man,
He'll be performing for Harvey Weinstein.
Oh,
damn.
Okay.
Hey. I ain't gonna hook you up with Harvey. Harvey gonna mess you around.
I mean, only if I shave.
I'll get you the information.
Only if he puts out.
Oh, damn.
A reminder.
Hey, look here. I want
I'm
everybody
fucked
to
up.
know
I'm
since
sorry.
it's on Facebook, this is no sex thing that I'm talking about. Hey, no, but hey, I can get you hooked up, man, and you can go on there and you can you do your thing.
I just emailed you.
Okay.
I just emailed you. That's why you couldn't see my video. I just emailed you, and that'd be great.
And I'll get you the information. And hey, man, I'll see you Thursday night.
Okay, next Thursday?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
This Thursday? Oh shit!
That's fine.
But hey,
I'm not working. Like this is also like a crazy thing.
The only thing is you gotta say you know me.
Okay. Birdman or Victor Johnson? Which one do you want?
Come on, man. No, it's Birdman. They know me as
It's
They know
Birdman
me as
across the
Birdman out
board.
there.
Okay.
And I would let them know, hey, Andrew, hey, he's a comedian. He's funny. He might be a little insane, but he's funny.
That is exactly what I want. That's what I totally want.
But you would enjoy it, cause hey, dude, I'm telling you, man, some of the poets and the comedians that be talking, oh, they really throwed, man. They in the same group you in.
Okay. Wait,
Cool. He kind of crazy though.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'll get it to you, man. I'll hook you up.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm getting hookups all out in California now, man. So hey, you know.
Does it pay? That's a funny joke.
No, but you know what?
Yeah, just hook up your Venmo. Just hook up your Venmo.
No. If you have a site, you can promote your site.
Oh shit. Okay.
I said if you have one. If you don't have one, it doesn't matter.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm gonna try to get Tom on one of the sites out there too. I don't know if he's gonna show up, but I'm gonna try to get him out there too. Oh yeah, you too, Hot Tamale.
We're doing this?
Stuff you be saying, they will love you.
No, I was just pretending to be frozen.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
That's why you're here. It's wonderful. You've got new material, haven't you?
Okay,
I
Andrew,
do.
You got new material. Go for it. Wait.
Oh yeah,
wait,
we're gonna
wait. Hold on, Andrew. We're gonna introduce you. Ernie, we need some
Okay.
music here.
Oh,
I don't know which
Wait,
one I have
hold
to
on.
use. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
done.
Ernie's getting the. All right, coming up next to the stage with some new shit. Give it up for Andrew. I'm going to Tucson Horniman.
Yay! Wait, I can't even do myself. Yeah, this is. You guys are fantastic.
With
This,
it. I want to be done with it, Diana.
what?
He's off stage.
You want to be done with it, Diana? Okay, this is fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I am live. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
you
sorry.
are partial.
That was funny. Boy, are you okay? Okay, that's so. Is that real? That's fun. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Let's just do this real. I don't know. I'm not. But confidence. This is me going. Sex for me right now is like the coronavirus. It's scary and I don't have it. Okay, so I.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good line. Good line. Okay. And
I don't think so, but you know, I sleep very well. I'm a deep sleeper. Okay, so okay, I'm very emotional during this time. I'm crying at everything, at least like 3-4 times a day. And I think, and when I grew up, like I was kind of ashamed for crying. And I think right now, if you don't cry, you should be ashamed of yourself.
yeah.
I want to go to a future where people just talk about how open they are crying.
Yeah.
Like I want people just to be okay with their fluids in their front, you know, like just their emotional fluids or their tissue wetters, or like somebody goes to a movie and they don't cry. I want people to be like, oh yeah, what? You're some cold-hearted person? Oh, just go home and start a genocide. Like I want people to make fun of other people for not, okay, I just thought go home and make a genocide. Oh, wait.
Okay, I'm done.
What, you haven't cried? What are you, not going to go to your future child's graduation? Like, okay. They're not all hitters. Oh, boy, god damn it.
First line was good.
I want to be. Oh no, this is not a fun one. Good old. I can't wait for this to be over. I want people to talk about the good old days. Hey, remember in 2017 when people touched themselves? Okay, so wait, no.
I mean, technically, you can still do that.
Up above or down below?
Remember when you got to see people from the you got to see what their mouths look like in person? Yeah. Remember when we were able to hold hands? Remember when New York used to be the city that never sleeps?
Yeah.
Now it takes a lot of naps. Okay, so
That's good. That's good.
It's good. Okay. You know, it's too emotional. It's too much.
Explore your feelings, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'll just play. If this doesn't work, I'll just read. I don't know. I have nothing, man. Okay. Thinking about old relationships. This might be something. Thinking about old relationships, and I had this bad habit. Right now, I think I'm trying to look for a non-fiction boyfriend.
That's good. That's good. Oh, keep that one. Keep that.
Because I think before they were fictional, they were based on real people, but they never knew that I was dating them. And I found myself being like I lived like a closeted gay man in the 70s. I do a lot of hookups with I did a lot of hookups but never really committed. And I think I dated a lot of white women. A lot of Christian. I dated. They were just very privileged and they paid for dinner. I got women to pay for dinner for me. A lot of my relationships with women you were in relationships. I never lived with them. nor did I have sex with them because I'm gay. But if I was straight, I would hit them. But
Wow. I need your secret.
Because you already told him twice.
Here's the thing: I'm addicted to very powerful women who pay for dinner for me, and that's true. But also they don't have to be white; they just have to be privileged and act like a white woman. Like I knew this. This is off. I know this is the topical material. This is screw topical material. This is what I'm gonna do with. I dated, but we were friends. Her name was Nikita. That's
assassin?
No, yeah. I don't know if you know this, but Nikita is Indian for "I am better than you," and her inner soul was white privilege, but everybody else just saw her as the minority.
Oh.
But she didn't know how much shit costs. She needed to get toothpaste, and she gave me $40.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonderful.
So I bought toothpaste, coconut oil, and hydrogen peroxide. And said, if this is not the brand that you're used to, just add these two things, and they might work. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, Andrew.
Not a pun. I just like that because she's able to be in power, but she got to hide her white privilege by being brown. Okay,
Yeah, that's good.
Which is the most powerful thing in the whole entire world. And she bought me dinner. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have. That's like 3 minutes. Jesus. Done.
Oh,
That's all.
All right, give it up for Andrew. I'm halfway to Tucson Horniman.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew, we're going to miss you.
Oh,
See, Andrew, I was gonna ask you if she was at least butch.
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
this is a composite of like 3 different characters.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Hey
we're gonna
man,
miss you when
lucky,
you're gone, man.
'cause you know what? I couldn't get a female to even buy me a cupcake.
Oh my God! No, I had one of my friends came. One of my friends. Ah man.
I know. I already know. See, I already know what you're gonna say. So you can say it, but I already know it, or you don't have to say it, but I still know what you're gonna say.
What were you gonna say? I don't even know what you want me to say.
No.
Okay,
no.
go ahead. Well,
Say what you
what
want
was
to
he
say.
gonna say?
Oh no! I said my friend from DC came from Austin. She had a per diem on her company's credit card. We ate out, and they had $100 to spend that night on dinner.
Exactly.
Wow.
I already know.
And what's crazy was I was driving Lyft, and so I was gonna pick her up and drive her anyway, but she said no. Turn on your app so it's on the company, so the company will pay you to drive me.
Exactly.
Nice.
Corrupt comedy. We love it.
And the company doesn't care. They're gonna write it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then,
I was about to say $100 for dinner. That's like 3 people drive through at Arby's.
Oh, wow.
what kind of Arby's? No.
Maybe 4 people.
Okay, 4 people.
Arby's is. I mean, you can. Oh God.
If he says Arby's is cheap, I'm gonna flip out.
They are.
No. Well, I mean, it depends on. It's Austin cheap, but it's like Tucson expensive.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
No, I lived in a board. Okay, so you know how like you have the Arby's sandwich and it just comes plain roast beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandma lived in a border town in Arizona. It was like Nogales. I can't say it the Mexican way, but it was like Nogales. Anyway.
Nogales.
Yeah,
Nogales,
that's it.
pendejo. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what that means. Kind of. I know it's not good. But yeah.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Stupid man.
Alright, that's fine.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
Beachy is the one that's bad. The worst.
Yeah, Pinch is like you're tight. You're cheap. You're
I thought it was-
stingy.
I
Stingy.
thought
Yeah.
I know, fuck.
I thought pendejo
No.
was whore, right? Isn't that whore?
No, pendejo is stupid.
Puta is whore.
Oh, puta. Okay. What
They
about
all call her Puta.
What about
No one
Eeyore?
really knows her name. She works the cantina,
Oh.
dancing in 11 for
Oh,
games.
shit.
what
Her
about
mama was Mexican
Ernie,
and
stop
her
it.
daddy was an ace of spades.
Oh, God. Stop it.
that's so great.
Drive to the Mexico, boys. Okay, I'm done.
So at
No, I
that
don't say anything the whole show and she shuts me up.
so then Nogales, I can't say it. Okay. But anyway,
No, you said it. You said
so
it.
I went to
That's
the
pretty good.
they had an Arby's there, but it was the only Arby's that if you ordered the roast beef sandwich, it came with a special sauce, all the shit on there. You couldn't order it plain. It just came with
Like
a
the
whole
Arby's
bunch
sauce
of
and
extra.
everything on there.
Yeah, pre-packaged. The only
nothing wrong with
Arby's
that on
in the I just wanted a plain ass sandwich. I was pissed every time. That's just the way they made that Arby's. That's the way that Arby's made it.
I know I've said this before, but did you know in Oklahoma they have Kentucky Fried Chicken buffets?
Buffet.
Really?
Yes.
I would lose my mind.
I see.
Before I drive by.
I've seen one. I seen one in it was West Virginia.
And in Del Rio, they
Oh,
have
God,
Long John buffets.
Well,
They had a
here-
Long John
here in
Silver
Houston,
buffet.
They have Hart's buffets. Hart's chicken. They have buffets.
man.
And I wouldn't
I
advise.
heard in,
I wouldn't
That's
send
I haven't had fried chicken in so long. I'm gonna start to cry.
I wouldn't send my worst enemy unless she was my ex-wife to Hart's chicken for a buffet.
I heard that.
Is that like
I think
gas
it's
station
happening.
chicken?
I think it's happening in Australia, but I heard that there's some European country is going to permanently ban buffets because of the
I
pandemic.
heard about that because
Yeah.
of the spread of disease.
Yeah.
But they're good.
Oh,
Buffets are gross.
Speaking
I love
of
them.
Australia, where was that video that you were working out to from? On what?
Yeah. I've been doing this. I know this is a little off topic, but I've been doing this spin cycle workout. That is the guy. He actually videos from the front of his bike. They're called Shane Spin Cycle, and he actually goes along the Gold Coast
Yeah, Gold Coast, Queensland.
of
Yep.
Australia,
Yep.
and it's beautiful. Oh my God!
It's absolutely.
And it's really cool because he kind of like I don't know how he animates this later, but it's like you have to kind of like increase or decrease the tension of your bike.
It's like you watch it while you're riding your stationary bike,
Oh.
and
You
you,
know what?
watch it. It's like you're in. It's a point of view camera, and you're watching him ride his bike.
Yeah,
So it's
and,
like you're going down the road.
and
And
he's
you're-
actually improved because his older workouts are like 3-4 years old, and he was actually using a selfie stick, which was horrible. I love you, Shane, but but he's actually improved it, and now he's got the camera mounted at the front of his bike, and you'll kind of like, okay, you're pedaling attention to, okay, for the next 15 seconds you're going up to 6, okay, now you're going back down to 3, and it's really cool.
But you know-
but
but
yeah, it's
you
on
know
the
what-
Gold
you know who
Coast.
gonna
You know
really
where the
hurt?
area is.
You know who
You know
gonna
where the
really
area
hurt
is, Tom?
from
They do.
all of this is like what's the Golden Corral, the casinos out there in
Wait a minute, wait, hold on.
Wait, wait,
Everyone's talking at the same time.
Okay. Gold Coast is a string of beaches all the way from Coolangatta all the way up there, okay? So it's from the New South Wales border, right up to 100 miles north of Brisbane. They are the best beaches in the world, like from Byron Bay up to Noosa, Coolangatta, Redcliffe, but they're surf beaches. So all the world's surfers come there. And they have these incredible modern high-rise which dwarf the shadows on the surfers. So they have this. My sister took me up there, 100 stories high. This building, you can see the ranges from 50 miles away, and you can see right out to sea from the top of this building there. So that Danimal's here. Whoa, Danimal! Yeah,
Danimal. Buffets don't hurt right now.
Hey, Danimal. Hey.
Buffets don't really hurt.
We were talking about the Gold Coast of Australia.
And buffets.
And we was talking because Diana and I was talking about like Vegas. All the casinos have buffets. That's gonna hurt them a whole lot. And then you got like Golden Corral, Luby's, all these different places that had the buffet. People ain't gonna really want to go off in there.
The Luby's in Westaco closed down.
Yeah, even after this pandemic is over.
We was talking about that because she was like, "What about the buffets in Vegas? All of them is gonna hurt really bad now."
Oh my God!
Most casinos have buffets. I remember when me and Ernie would be on the road with Doug, that the casino buffets were like incredible. They make Golden Corral look like a roadside stand. They were they were amazing.
Yeah.
And that's going. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, buffets.
Yeah, but a lot of them have other restaurants too, so they might be okay. A lot of them have like 5 restaurants in one casino, right?
What they'll probably have to do is change from being a buffet type restaurant to just a regular restaurant.
Yeah.
If they want to have a chance at surviving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least for the time being.
Yeah, it might.
Well,
they might have to do it where like the servers, you like have like a little piece of paper where you mark down what you want, and then the servers go get it for you or something, you know?
Right.
Well, yeah,
that could work.
Kind of like the way Shoney's used to be.
Yes.
It was a buffet, but you would go up to the window and go, "Yeah, I want some more fried chicken."
What
and
you
they
know
give it to
about
you.
Shoney's?
Please.
My mom.
Please.
I see that for breakfast all the time.
Yeah, my mom.
Please.
In
I ain't
Florida,
heard
my
that
mom.
name in a long time. Shoney's.
Shoney's.
Oh, that was like from the 90s. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's
I haven't
like
been to
It's
one of
Shoney's
those
every
in a
Sunday
while.
for breakfast.
Whoa! What about
They still
Sizzlers?
have them like up in Wisconsin and stuff.
In Florida, my mom worked as a waitress.
There's a
That was an 8.
Shoney's, actually.
Somebody's cutting out.
Yeah.
Wait,
Was that me?
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah.
Charlotte.
There's a Shoney's in Killeen now.
oh no shit!
Really?
No, there's just one, but yeah, there's one in Killeen.
That's all you need.
Ah.
But
I
you
used
know,
to
where you
work
are
at
right
a
now? Are you-
Shoney's. I used to work at a Shoney's as a dishwasher in Florida.
Wow.
And then I went to
Oh.
one in
No,
when I went to in Louisiana, it was like you had Shoney's, you had the hotel. You can imagine what type of Shoney's that was.
That was
but that
Wow.
Shoney's is in a
Hey, that was more like a strip club
I'm in Italy.
type Shoney's.
you know what?
I remember the first
Who
time. I
asked me
remember
about
the first time I'd go to like a Luby's, and you get the Luann platter or whatever.
Yeah,
And
platter,
I didn't
yeah.
know that you can only get so much of whatever. You know, I want that, I want that, and I want that.
Yeah.
You can't get all that.
Yeah.
Was this a buffet? Well, yes,
So
but
my-
no. You know, it's like
So my mom in Florida was a waitress. So she worked at Shoney's. She worked at Ponderosa. She also worked at Crackle Barrel. In the 80s, I knew a lot. I went to a lot of restaurants.
yeah.
Has anyone?
I'm a musician. I go to lots of restaurants.
Yeah.
Mostly paper bag restaurants, though.
Mostly 4 a.m. restaurants.
Danimal,
diners are great.
how you doing?
No.
How you doing, Danimal?
I'm all right. I'm fixing things. I fixed my vacuum today. Gonna attempt to fix my lawnmower tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's right. It's been down, hasn't it?
Yeah. And one of my roommates finally moved his shit out of his room, so been cleaning up that disaster.
Oh wow.
But
So do you need another roomie?
No, we got lucky. Alyssa's boyfriend moved in, and a roommate moved out, so we still are
balanced
paying the
out.
same rent, and we room now.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, Daniel, what about the streaming at Kickbutt? Is Ernie B going to be doing streaming of small shows from Kickbutt?
When we do shows, it's only going to be one band to start
Yeah.
off with.
Yeah.
It'll be like a band playing like a full set, probably 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah, I want to do it. Just honestly, in like my heart of hearts, don't think we should really do a lot of shows until at least the beginning of June. But you know, I'm just sort of gonna take it week by week and just see how things go. You know,
Sensible.
Yeah. I mean, I more than anybody want to get back to work, but you know, you have to be realistic and also realize that, you know, even when it's okay to do work, you know, everybody's broke. Everybody's, you know, there's still people that are scared.
Yeah.
So even if we can have people again, is it even going to be worth it? You know, it's gonna be rough. No matter what happens, it's gonna be a rough rest of the year. I have a feeling, but yeah,
I also brought up the fact that we don't want to get pegged as being irresponsible.
Right.
No.
You know, like people, because it could backfire and people can turn around and say, "Oh, well, how dare you have shows already in the middle of this crisis?
Yeah.
You guys are spreading the virus," and you know.
And you know, one of my bartenders is immunocompromised, and I mean, I'm healthy, but who knows? I mean, everything's sort of new with this, so you know, I'm healthy, but I'm not stupid. I mean, I don't want this. I don't want to do the whole herd immunity thing. I just don't want to get it. You know?
Yeah.
I wish a whole lot of young people was like that, because what we've been seeing down here in Houston, it's almost like one lady said, "Oh, I'm gonna get it anyway, or we may get it anyway, so I'm just gonna go out here." And that's how a lot of them is thinking, that I'm gonna get it anyway, so I might as well just go on out here and enjoy life the way it is. I don't see it that way.
Nah, I mean, the way I look at it is, you know, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of getting it, but I am afraid passing it off to somebody that might not be able to handle it, you know, and that's what bothers me, is just the lack of regard of people caring about other people in general. You know, people are like, you know, me and mine, fuck everything else. And I'm just like, especially in this time, that's really a very, I don't know, a non-constructive way of thinking, you know, and
it's a selfish worldview.
You know, and I'm gonna say this, I really wasn't gonna talk about it, but there was a time Diana got sick. I had never seen her get sick like this before. I've been with her for, or she had to tell me, 8 years. And she got sick.
Birdman, you're in trouble.
It concerned me because the way she was, because she's straight health nut freak, whatever you want to call it. And she got it, and then she got well, and then I started feeling sick. And hers lasted a week, mine lasted 2 weeks. And I've often wondered, did we have the small version of it? Because people have been saying that, you know, people had been getting sick for a long period of time, but they just didn't get the, you know, the full force of it. And like I said, I had never, I mean, we like I said, we've been together 8 years. I had never seen her that sick before. But we didn't leave each other. I stayed there. Hey, she stayed with me. She fought through it, and she got past it. And then I got sick. We have some friends that we work out with. They had the same situation, but for, I mean, like 2-3 weeks, they kept saying they was tired. And Diana's told them, said, well, what we did was we started taking Boost. And they started taking that, and then they finally got better, but it was 3-4 weeks that it took them to even get better. So I'm just wondering, did we have it, but we didn't have the full blown, virus? And I hear people now saying people got sick, and they was like they didn't get the full blown part. They just got part of it. So I'm wondering, did we get it and we got through it? So I don't want it no more. Cause hey man, like I said, if she hadn't started giving me Boost, I was always tired, just like she was. I started drinking them Boost in the morning, and it started giving me strength back. We started going back. We started getting back out, but we stayed home. We was locked up in the house for at least 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, because I think you can have it, you can carry it and not know it and spread it.
Yeah.
You might not even really go down too bad. Maybe you feel a little not normal.
And there's been some people that haven't even gotten sick. They've had it, and I like you, Birdman. I feel the same because my roommate probably the end of January was sick for 2 weeks almost, and one of the things he said that this is the worst cough I've ever had in my life, and that's one of the main symptoms of it. And then I have a really good immune system, so I never really get sick. And even when my roommate, he was out for 2 weeks, I got what he had, but it wasn't I couldn't function. I would get hot and cold flashes and I would cough, but I still worked. I still, did what I did because I didn't feel that bad, but it was something that sort of lingered for a week and a half.
I think, oh man, Daniel, when you said January, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. The first case that they confirmed was in November. And
exactly.
And all honesty, it could have been going before that. And and it also happened in flu season. So, a lot of people just thought they had the flu too. So and then Ernie said, the thing, you could be carrying it for up to 14 days and not show any symptoms, symptoms. There's just, there's a lot of stuff people don't know,
And I was
going to say, Andrew?
I definitely got
Diana it was in December when she got sick. And then I got sick. And then, I'm all right. And then I went to San Antonio, hung out with my kids, and I came back. I was all right. But during that time, like I said, I have yet to see Diana, and like I said, she's a straight health nut because she, the field that she's in. And when I seen her get down, don't think I wasn't worried. I was worried because I had never seen her like that before. Yeah. And I, kind of, I'm like, damn, man, what's really going on? Then when she came out of, I'm like, okay, I'm cool. And then next thing you know, I was down. I was in the bed, and hey, I was feeling bad. And then we just stayed home. We didn't go out nowhere. And then, she feeds me with this mucus and all this and tea and all that. And I got better. And I was like, okay, cool. We never thought about it until a couple weeks ago. We got to thinking about it, and we was like, dang, man, we might have, had the first part of it and didn't really know it. And there's a lot of people we talked to. Her daughter has spoken about that also.
What were you going to say, Andrew? Were you going to say something, Andrew? Because you lit up a little while ago,
oh, no, that's what he said. He just said it.
Oh, wait.
He said he thought he had it.
Oh, yeah, in December. We're talking December. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that, definitely December. I was sick, and it was I've never been this sick, and I thought it was going to go away. And I just Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't
Yeah.
like there were some times I couldn't move and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God.
But so
This-
we didn't really know about this back then, so you don't. You probably weren't as alarmed
Do you
if
think
you
it-
didn't.
I
Yeah.
just
Because
I
you can
can't
still
wait
get the
till-
flu. If you got the flu, it's not corona, but it'll scare the living hell out of you now if you get the flu because oh shit, what is it?
yeah.
Yeah. And my stepson, he got they say it was the swine flu. He was actually in the hospital for a couple days. And then that was in his daughter, they said she was feeling bad, but now, and he said he caught it from work. Walmart. He works at Walmart here in Houston. And and he was in the hospital for a couple days. And I know when I spoke to him, I was like, damn, dude, what's up with you? And he told me. And the way he was like, oh, Dad, I'm all right. We out. I've been in the hospital. They told me I had H1N1. I was like,
wow.
what is that? He said, that's the swine flu. And
That's
I'm
a
like,
band.
yeah. And I'm like,
That's a
okay.
band.
But he's doing better now. My granddaughter doing better. Now, everybody at the
Yeah,
house
that's
is
good.
doing better. They were split up, and he actually had to move back with his wife, so that that he could get better. So I'm like, wow, man.
We actually did have a band. We actually did have a
Yeah.
band called H1N1 that kicked butt.
yeah,
Danimal, is that true?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and there's already a band called COVID-19.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a metal
I knew that was
band.
gonna happen.
well,
Metal band.
somebody
It
named
had
their
to happen.
child COVID-19. They posted that on. I seen that where they said they named their child. I'm like, man, that's cold.
I saw one
Naming
where
your daughter Corona.
I saw
Yeah.
one where they had twins and they named one of the twins COVID and they named the other one Corona.
Oh,
Oh, man.
God.
Oh wait.
Yeah, why don't
is
you
it-
just name your kid Chlamydia while you're at
What
it?
were those brothers? The
It's like we
Mendes
want to
brothers that
remember the
killed their.
good times.
What were the name of
They're
those brothers that killed their parents? The
Menendez.
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 Yeah, that's gonna be them.
Oh, jeez.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're
Corona
gonna.
and COVID.
Yeah, you name a child COVID-19, and they're gonna have an infectious personality and send you into bankruptcy.
Oh yeah.
Ah. Is this thing on?
Thank you, Charlie Veal.
Hello.
Wait, that's a great goddamn club joke. That's never gonna be said because it's hacky as fuck. It's already hacky. Ugh. How many stand-ups
Oh
are
wait,
gonna say that?
Andrew, I gotta know if you're moving in 2 weeks. Are you still gonna join us on our Spoken and Heard right here?
Probably.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you
Good
better.
enough.
I guess so.
So we probably
You're
we
moving.
probably
I
won't
guess
see-
so.
Moving out of
That
Austin.
ain't good enough.
Tucson,
Moving to Arizona.
Yeah,
man.
he's moving to Arizona.
Tucson.
I'm not employed here. I don't have a
He's not
job
gonna stay.
here. And
He's not staying in Babylonia.
And my lease ends in May 18th, and I don't want to keep on. I'm just good, and I want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to, I
Okay.
can live with my aunt. I can live with my aunt, and I could.
Okay, wait.
You figure if he
is
was
she a
born in Arizona, you'd figure he'd move to Babylonia.
Let me
I don't
ask
get
you
it.
I
this,
don't get
Andrew.
Thank
Andrew, let me ask you this:
I don't get
is she
that.
at least a cool aunt?
You don't get that?
Stop.
Oh yeah, she's like a mom to me.
Okay,
The green
okay,
net-
good.
Because
Born
my-
in
yeah.
Arizona, moved to
What?
Babylonia.
Shut.
Got
I
a
don't
condo
know
made
that
of stone, a
reference.
king tut.
He's too young to know that reference.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still haven't watched. I haven't finished. I Love the '60s. I don't know where that's from.
Oh shit! It's
Oh,
not that
VH1.
old. Andrew, God.
What is it? The '80s deep cuts? What is the
No,
song? The '70s.
it's
It's a song by
ki-
Steve Martin.
it's kind of like from the original SNL. You know, the Dan Aykroyd, John
I guess it was
Belushi.
78-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Roughly.
first cast, like the
Yeah,
first,
they're not
the
ready for
original.
primetime players.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Martin did a song, King Tut. It was like a spoof song, but it was a big hit. It got
I
voted
mean-
the worst song in history, but yet it was like #1.
Oh, but wait. I have a story for that. I have a story for that King Tut song.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Wait. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Intro.
ladies and gentlemen, here with her King Tut story is Hot Tamale
I love it.
tell you her experience
Oh God.
of listening to this song called King Tut from the 70s. Hot Tamale, please take it away.
God, stop. Okay. Well, here's the thing. In the early 90s, I went away to school to a place called Kilgore College. For those of you that know East Texas, that's in Kilgore, Texas, home of the Rangerettes.
Back up a little bit, 'cause we can't see.
Ranger Rat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're a drill team. Hold on. Okay, I keep disappearing from the camera, fricket.
Right here. Okay, just
That's because you
reading.
keep
I'll take it.
moving.
Okay. Well, no. Even when I stop moving, it'll do it. But
fix it.
anyway, let me tell the story.
You're gone.
Okay, so I was taking radio, TV, broadcasting classes, and we would have to do these things called. Thank you. We would have to do these things called air checks. And this is back when, but before music got all digital and everything. This is when we were still learning how to change out albums and tapes and all that.
Reel-to-reel tapes. And
Yeah,
stuff.
reel to reel. And so we had to do these different air checks, country air checks, metal air checks, adult-oriented radio air checks, stuff like that. Different types of
For your pleasure.
different genres of music. And so my broadcasting teacher, Mr. Carl Bean, bless that guy, he smoked Swisher Sweets. He once made the gory mistake of telling the class that he hated the song King Tut by Steve Martin. So, in all my wisdom, and I was like one of his favorite students, trust me, every time I would make an air check, I would always make sure to include King Tut. And even if in the country air check, I would say our Monster Mash hit of the week is King Tut by Steve Martin. And he would just look at me groaning, his face turning red, and I would just going like, all right, I've done my job, see you later. And the rest of the class would just be laughing their ass off. But I got all A's in his class, so who made the mistake?
Wow.
I would always put King Tut in every single one. I even managed to put it in a classical music air check. How do you manage that? I did. I love you, Mr. Bean.
That was Hot Tamale's King Tut story.
But you
Here
still got
live
A's?
on,
God.
on Spoken Her Radio and video and internet and YouTube and Facebook and
Live by
after
quarantine.
you smoke this, it'll be whatever you want it to be.
Oh shit.
I feel like for you, A stood for asshole.
What?
What?
Huh?
A, you still got an A in the
Oh,
class.
you gave her A's because she's an asshole.
Oh. Well, see, you're right. You're right. I did that to be an asshole, and it worked.
Yeah.
He actually offered her a job after.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Here's a little footnote to that story. When I was gonna leave the school, he was offered a job at Ole Miss. I forgot which school that is.
Ole
Which school is that?
Mississippi.
Okay.
Mississippi.
And he actually offered me a job as his TA.
Wow.
You wouldn't have fit down there, but he offered
Yeah,
you
I
a job.
know. I know.
Why?
But the
Say it.
Huh?
Say it. Why? Why not?
Why?
why?
You really don't want to know why.
I sure do.
It's because I'm brown.
Yes.
And back in the day when we toured parts of the country like that.
It's true.
And I toured the whole band. The band I was with, they were all white guys. I was the only.
He was the only non-white.
Yeah, and you know, and this was the 80s, and we'd have the big hair and all that stuff. And we'd be, you know, we'd want to stop in a certain town to get beer, and if we'd have some locals with us, whatever. Oh no, you don't want to stop there, man. Oh, why not? Oh, they don't like Mexicans there, and they don't like guys with long hair either. And my buddy on guitar, the other guitar player, was like, fuck that, man. Let's just go get some beer. I was like, no, we're serious, man. Don't stop. Go to the next town. Go to the next town. I'm like, shit, are you serious? All right, you know, there's just towns you didn't stop in.
Wow,
you know?
still in the 80s.
Missouri too.
You know what?
I got
you
some
want to
shit in
hear
Missouri.
a gear? My mom and dad lived in this town in Mississippi, and we went there, and I was like 6, 7, 8. We went in the store, and we bought something, and I went up there, paid for it, and the woman, and she was like, "So what you gonna say, boy?" Like that, and I'm like, "Thank you." And she looked, and she was like, "What you mean, thank you?" And so my mom, because I was adopted, my mom was very protective. And my mom said, "He said, thank you, ma'am." And she said, "No, he's supposed to say thank you, ma'am, to me." My dad stepped up and he said, "Where we from?" Which my dad was from there and they knew him. He said, "We live in Michigan. We do not teach him to say sir or ma'am." And they told my parents that I could never come in that store again because I wouldn't say ma'am or sir. And my mom was like, "Bitch, you don't want me to come over this counter after you." And my dad said, "Take him, go here, here's the keys, go to the car. I'll handle this." So they called the manager, and my dad said, "Look, my son is not taught to say sir or ma'am, yes sir or yes ma'am. He's taught because he's from Michigan." They told my parents, and she said, "Just because we know you, your wife, and your son can never come back in this store again."
Damn.
It's like that. And so my dad said, "Fine." And then they said, "Ain't you gonna pay for this grocery?" My dad said, "Hell no. If they can't come in here no more, I ain't paying a damn thing." So we left. We went, and when one of my dad's friends, he was a big timer down there, and they told him what was up. Papa, his name was Papa Dan. Papa Dan said, "Come on, I'm going up here. I'm gonna get these people straight." And he went in there and he told them. They said, "Look, this young man here, he's raised up north. They don't say yes, ma'am, yes, sir to nobody. So therefore, if they can't get nothing in here, I'm gonna stop all the business from my people coming in here." And they was like, "Hold up, Papa Dan." No, he said, "No, it ain't no hold up." He said, "If he can't come in here no more, don't worry about it. I can stop all that." And that store almost went out of business behind that.
Wow.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so like Mississippi, I mean, I got cousins there, and they all say, "Boy, you don't like coming here." Hell no, I don't like going to Mississippi, man. Mississippi, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. We was going through Mississippi, and I don't know if it was real people or a dummy. I seen them hanging from a tree, but they had black faces. And I'm like, "Look over there." I said, "Dad, there are a couple black people hanging from the tree." My dad said, "We got enough gas to get the hell up out of here." And I ain't gonna lie, man. I see some shit in Mississippi, and my cousins and them, they said, "You won't even come here and visit us." I'm like, "Hell no, man. Y'all, no, I will not come there."
I got some of that sir, ma'am thing when I moved from Chicago down to the valley, South Texas, down McAllen, Wesco area down there. And
We're from the same town.
From Wesco, but I was raised in Chicago.
I was raised in Dallas,
Chicago area. Yeah, but you moved down to the valley. Well, how old were you? What grade?
7, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I was 14.
Check your credentials.
But see,
I actually had a southern accent when I moved to South Texas. Yeah, it was bad. I have recordings of myself going, "Mama, Daddy," dear God.
they're probably thankful that you lost that.
Yeah, I'm very thankful I lost that.
I love
Very.
Anyway,
continue.
so we moved down to the valley, and I go to school. You know, I was in 8th grade, and you know, I was 14, and my goal all my goal in life was when I get into high school, I want to start a band. That's what I wanted to do. I was already playing drums, so I'm going to start a band when I get in high school. I ended up on guitar because the people I met in the valley, nobody played guitar. But I knew a lot of drummers, so it was fuck it. I'll learn. My dad has a guitar. I'll learn how to play guitar. But in class, all the students would call the teachers sir or ma'am. Sir. They'd raise their hand. Sir, I have a question. Sir.
I kind of got used to that too.
Ma'am, or sir. You know, and like, no, I was raised like I call them by their name, Mr. Hupke, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Springer. Yeah. You know, Mr. Huntley. You know, like. That's their name. That's what you call them, you know. Oh, Mr. Huntley, I have a question, you know. But they'd be like, sir, and it freaked me out. It's like, it's not the same thing like you were saying, Birdman, but it was kind of because everyone was mostly Hispanic down there, you know.
Oh, okay.
And so it was a little different, but it was strange for me. It was bizarre. It took me a long time to adapt to that, you know, and.
Yeah.
And
that and the long hair thing.
And my hair wasn't even that long. It was just barely down to my collar. And they were joking that
you gotta cut that.
When I was trying to register for school, which was a trip. I want to get into all that, but there was a guy there that was like, "So you gonna cut your hair?" You know, blah blah blah. Kind of joking. I thought he was joking. And then I met him at the lunch line, and he was kind of monitoring the lunch area there, and he's like, "Hey, if you show up on Monday, you know, I'll pay to get your hair cut," you know. And I just kind of laughed it off. And I saw him on Monday back in school in the lunchroom again. He goes, "Hey, I was there. You didn't show up." Blah 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 blah. Like, this guy was serious, you know. Like, what the fuck is this? You know, like, I didn't understand. It was weird.
I know it. Hey, like when I tell people the story, I tell my kids, I'm like, it was a trip because. My dad knew people, and so like when I come down there, they said they would call me Northern Boy. They wouldn't call me Victor. They said Northern Boy. So then they said, "Yeah, Northern Boy, we heard you can play baseball. Northern Boy, we heard you can play basketball." So Papa Dan had a baseball team. He said, "I'm gonna let you see what Northern Boy can do." Went out there and pitched, and the names I was called. They had one section over here. I wasn't, wasn't nothing nice. I had another section. They would cheer. "Oh, Northern Boy, nothing." And I was like,
"Yeah,
wow." And Papa Dan, every time I come in the dugout, Papa Dan said, "Tune it out. Go back out there." And there was some guys, even the black guys, wanted to jump on me because they said, "Oh, you Northern Boy, you think you all that." I'm like,
Jesus.
"No." I messed up my arm because at a young age I had a devastating curve, and I'm telling you, man, I caught hell. So then finally I told my parents, you know, when we go down there, I'm just gonna stay at the house. I didn't even want to go nowhere. So then I went to the gym to play basketball, and one of the guys said, "Oh, that's that Northern Boy." And then
so I used to catch that shit. I used to catch that.
It was always a thing where they, you know, because I was raised in the North, I caught plenty hell.
Yeah.
And
I used to catch that shit.
And then they found out, and then somebody said, "You know, he plays the saxophone." And they was like, "Yeah." They said, and so then they said, "Well, you know, his dad knows Junior Walker." And Junior Walker was actually teaching me some of his sound. And man, you know, I couldn't even leave the house. It was really bad. And then my aunt, she said one time, she said, "You don't really like coming out here, do you?" I'm like, "No." She said, "Why? Because you from the North?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know, and I said, everybody's jealous because I know how to play the saxophone. I can play basketball. I can play baseball.
Yeah.
And nobody knew I could write, though, because I never did it. No one ever knew about it.
So I used to catch that shit down there in the valley about, because I didn't know any Spanish, and everyone spoke Spanish. So I'd get this double type reverse racism kind of shit, because they'd give me shit
Yeah.
because I was Mexican and didn't know Spanish.
Right.
You know, and you know, yeah, they'd be like, "Oh no, you just don't want to know Spanish. You just want to learn." You know,
I got that too.
I just don't know Spanish. You know, and I kind of get that thing, from the north kind of thing. You know, like, you know, who the fuck's this guy? And then I was into rock bands, and you know, like I was into UFO and Ted Nugent and Boston.
UFO. He was into UFO.
Yeah, and I the first day of school, I wore a UFO T-shirt, and they're rolling up with me going, "UFO, what's that?" And I go, "No, UFO. It's a band." You know, come on.
Yeah, Ernie goes down to deep South Texas, early '80s, with long hair and bell bottoms, carrying a folder that says "Disco Sucks."
Yeah.
Yeah, he blended.
I had my
He
disco.
blended in.
I had my disco
not.
sucks fucking. Hell yeah. Straight out of Chicago, man.
Yeah.
They didn't like me very much.
Yeah.
And there was no rock stations down there. There was the biggest radio station in the area was KBFM.
And that was like
a disco station.
disco and '80s.
And it's
Yeah.
like, well, who's UFO? What hits do they have? And of course they didn't know.
Yeah.
So I had to deal with that shit. But then I did finally meet a couple of cool people that were, hip. But man, it was just like going to a different planet.
It is a total culture shock. It really was.
Okay.
I can relate to that. It was the same thing with me, because when they found out my dad used to be the drummer for Junior Walker and the All Stars before they went big. So my dad, he got me he taught me how to play the drums, taught me how to play the sax, and then one day I did something, and then my mom was like, "Why is this, the small reel-to-reel?" And they listened to it. My mom said, "What the hell?" She was mad because all she wanted me to do was play spiritual music. So, yeah. So then Junior Walker came down. Dad got hold of him. He came down. My dad said, "My son is one of your favorites." He said, "Yeah." So my dad played it. And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Who's that down in the basement now?" I was blowing the sax. Junior Walker came down there, and he used to call me Junior too. He said, "Hey, Junior, what you trying to do, steal my music?" And I'm like, "No, Mr. Walker, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." He said, No. I like what you're doing. He said, "But I can't keep coming to your house because your mama wants you to play spiritual music. If you continue to play my music, I won't ever be able to come here." She took my sax and sold it.
No.
Yeah. And she said, "If you can't play spiritual music, you won't play music at all." And so she took the sax. My dad had bought a drum. He was mad, but damn, they married.
Yeah.
My dad said, "Okay, going with the drum, going with the organ." And then I'm like, I don't want to play spiritual music. It's not that I had my own way of being spiritual, but it's not what I want to do. And hey, that killed it right there for music for me.
Oh
That
shit!
sucks, man. Sorry to hear that, man.
I think Eddie Navedo was asking earlier if we were still on.
Yeah,
Navarro.
I answered him.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Bye, Andrew.
Hey,
Andrew, we'll
I'm
see
gonna
you.
send you
Hopefully
that
we'll see you next
information.
week.
Take it
Please
easy,
do,
buddy.
please do. Also,
Yeah.
great story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Does anyone else have anything they want to read?
Love you,
Wonderful.
Andrew.
I'm cool, man. I've been reading all weekend, man. I'm all right.
Sis,
Yeah.
I saw your post about "Don't be a dick." I shared it just now.
Okay.
Oh, the one, the GIF.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's about dick social distancing. Yeah,
Okay.
that's weird, but okay. But you got to see the context, folks.
Only
Does,
bit.
yes, sir.
I got
something?
a choice of Facebook cooking, South Austin Post Office, theories, and losing time. Which would you like to hear? Begin.
Take your pick.
Facebook.
I like do the cooking.
Okay, here we go. Because you notice if you're on Facebook, everyone's talking about what they eat, and it fucks me right up because I'd rather eat rather than talk about. Facebook fills with home cooking recipes. People fixate upon their own home meals. They create culinary mistress pieces for their families. And since friends cannot visit, they feed their ancestral ghosts. They itemize and photograph each delicacy. They ransack their family history for grandmothered recipes. They serve each night until tiredness sets in. La Grande Bouffe, or Babette's Feast, or Tempopo, or Tom Jones with that sexual eating scene, or The Cook, The Wife, The Thief, The Lover by Greenaway. Film, feast, French, Italian, exotic, Holtzway. Conversations consume us of what we are consuming. Food is released in the age of lockdown. Hotspots outside slaughterhouses ask us to consider vegan, vegetarian options for survival evermore, 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 evermore. Yay!
All right, give it up for Tom Moonbird with the words of wisdom.
I like that background. There's Arizona.
Oh wait, I want to tell Danimal something, because Danimal is like one of the best cooks that I know. Because
Yeah.
guess what? I'm actually learning how to make my own pasta by hand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, seeing as you can't find any in the store.
So my grandma on my mom's side, she's like who got me into cooking, and she's a second generation Sicilian. Like had a garden on the side of her house, like her own pickles and jellies and jams. Like, she's actually my only grandparent alive. She just turned 89 a week ago. But yeah, and she's actually also one of the only like true Christians I've ever met in my life. Because I am very non-Christian, but she's one of the few Catholics in my life that is like a legit person, always supported me no matter what I did, never like talked down on me or like pushed what she believed on me. She's awesome, and she's an even better cook. And,
like my friend Darnell.
Yeah. Yeah, R.I.P. man. And one thing she used to have was this giant, like archaic old Italian noodle cutter, and the thing took up like,
ladies and gentlemen, tonight, noodle cutter.
Yeah, dude. And that thing took up like over like a counter and a half of space, and then she had all these different like cuts that you could make different kind of noodles out of, and I helped her like when I was a little kid, like make noodles, make bread, like do all that stuff. And yeah, you saying that reminded me of that.
Wonderful animal.
I basically, because I really want like a pasta machine or something, but what I've been doing lately. What I've been doing lately is just I'll like roll the dough out on the counter and just cut it up with a pizza cutter in like different shapes.
That's how you do it.
And then just drop it into the boiling water, and then it'll instantly cook. And that's pretty much how I've been doing like dumplings and really thick noodles. But
hell yeah,
that's just
awesome.
That's just totally out of necessity, because it's like I'll have these recipes that need pasta, and then I don't have any pasta. I'm like, well, I have eggs, I have flour, let's get to work.
Yeah, I seen Ernie brought 2 of them, not for you, but for him.
No, they're for him. I don't drink.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't drink that shit.
He slid in there with 2 of them, and they both for him. I already know that.
Well, yeah, because that way I don't have to get up so much.
I don't drink that shit.
Otherwise, I'd have to keep getting up and down.
Yeah.
I usually do it with a shot of whiskey, but I'm taking a little easy this week.
The reason why I mentioned that Danimal is one of the best cooks that I know is that he's one of those guys that he could just like look in a kitchen fridge and okay, I can make something out of this.
Some mold and a piece of lint, and he goes, "Wait, I got this.
I got this.
Yeah. I mean, between working and
Yeah.
I lived with a guy in Los Angeles. When I lived in Hollywood, my roommate was like that. He could take anything and just, wow, how'd you do this?
it makes me miss your cleansing recipes. They'd be totally vegan, but like spicy and delicious. Like, oh, give me some of that.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah. When
you know, like I
bring
tell
that food to
people,
kick butt.
I gotta have
I had
money
to live
to
by
do
myself.
those.
I'm gonna survive
That's
because
true.
I can cook. Even if I had to put it on a barbecue pit every day, I'm gonna survive.
Yeah,
I can't cook for shit.
I've always just sort of been like between raised where, you know, in a family that cooks a lot, and then just I haven't had money to go out and eat all the time, so I'm just like, how the fuck do you make that, man? Like, I want to make that at home.
Yeah. Ernie tells me, he says, I think you're a good cook. I said, nah, I can follow a recipe very well. I'm not one of those people that can just look in a cabinet, go, I can do this. You know, I can cook something. No,
Hey.
I need ingredients.
Hey, there's a
That's
lot
what
of people that can't do that right, though. So, you know,
Yeah.
you're halfway
Hello.
there, man.
That's me. I can't.
I have to admit,
I'm
Diana
what
is
my
a good
kids call
cook.
a Pinterest mom. I'm a Pinterest mom. I follow Pinterest recipes.
Hey, long we got a crock pot and an air burner and pots. She can cook. I had to admit that.
I got my new air fryer.
I eat air fryer, and you know I do eat that, and I'm happy, and I'm not even tripping on it. Cause hey, my first 2 wives couldn't cook. They couldn't boil fucking water. I had to cook it. I'm like, oh, you can cook, and I know some of the things I'm like, I ain't never ate that, but it tastes good. And I ate it. I'm like, okay.
Hey, Eddie, you called the wrong line.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey,
Let me
Andrew.
see.
Hey.
Let me
Is
see.
that Andrew?
Wait, I'm gonna see if I can have them join the call.
Oh God, Andrew's wearing a mask. Oh God.
Oh,
Do they
damn.
want to join the call over here?
Yeah.
Andrew and
You're,
Andrew and Eddie called Lost in Thought.
Yeah,
That's
you,
nice.
You
Oh,
called me
man.
individually, not the spoken and heard.
Hold on. Let me see if I can do this.
They gave me an option to ring the group. So I rang.
Okay, there we go. But look, the
Both of you have
background's
my phone.
back.
Wait, I think.
Did we lose a lot of people?
You
Is
did.
everybody still there?
You just left the group chat.
They gave me an
Oh,
option
shit.
to ring the group, and this is where I'm at.
You got to
Wait,
come.
hold on.
I think we did lose every. Oh yeah, the other call. Yeah, the other. Okay, we actually put you guys on hold and accidentally.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eddie, they're gonna call you.
Or as Lost in Thought would say, Eddie.
They're gonna call you. I'm hanging up.
Yeah, we're
So it's-
gonna call you, dude.
So is it just Eddie, or did Andrew hang up? Well, Andrew left.
And
Yeah, and
Andrew called, and then he hung up, I guess. Oh, I guess he just wanted to show the mask.
yeah, I think just Eddie wants to be on.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Hold on, Eddie.
Don't call us.
God, do you have to do that every time?
We'll call. I love Sugarloaf.
Oh,
I've worked with. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, Danimal, did I tell you that I got a septum piercing? I did, didn't I?
I can't.
see it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know if,
yeah,
I don't know
what,
if you could
Breezy-
see it. I changed it out.
Breezy's
I
calling
changed it out.
too.
I wouldn't
Why
wanna
is
be
everybody
on that
calling you?
airline with him on there.
You're
Okay.
popular,
There he is.
Ernie.
There he is, Vivid Nothing.
Is that
That's him.
Yeah.
No,
Breezy
Vivid
called,
Nothing.
Eddie called, and Edgy called.
Right there.
that one?
Right
Oh,
there.
I see him. Okay. Hold on. Let me call
Okay.
Eddie.
Okay, we're bringing you in, Eddie. Dun,
And
dun,
and bring
da-da-da.
Breezy in too.
Okay, I'll bring her in too.
Welcome to the cult.
Okay, I think we have Eddie now. There he is.
I also found this really cool pentagram septum ring. I can't wait to get it.
What's up?
There's Eddie.
So, okay, wait. I gotta go to the ladies' room. Hold on.
And I have to go to the men's room.
I just got here and I heard pentagram septum ring.
Well, you've come to the right place.
For
Okay,
some
I
reason,
gotta get you-
septum it sounds a little bit too much like rectum.
Well, that's just a matter of where your mind is at.
A pentagram. I don't know. I don't know if I want a pentagram rectum.
Okay, let me bring your video in here. You are Vivid Nothing. There you are.
Nice.
There you are.
This dude there was shit.
Okay. Now you're on screen. And okay, now who else do I need to add?
Yeah.
Lane. Where'd everybody go? Everybody left. Jeez. Okay. Well, I'm on my own now, so I'll just.
Understand. I scared everybody off. Tom, how did you get to the desert?
I had a horse with no name.
I want to go. How do I get that? How do I get a desert?
You got to follow Andrew. He's going to Tucson. I've only got one son.
Okay. Okay.
Who else was I supposed to add? Breezy Love, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, hold on. Let me call her now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
We got a lot of people on right now.
That's good. Success.
I brought the troop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lost and Thought kept getting calls on his phone. It's like, no, they're calling the wrong line.
Yeah.
Okay, there she is.
Hi, Breezy.
And I got air conditioning.
Are you there, Breezy? I see her there, but I don't hear her.
Who all have we got here all of a sudden? Wow, looks like we've got a ton of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting to hear. I don't have Breezy right now. I mean, I'm connected with her, but I can't hear her.
She joined on my screen.
I don't have your video.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Whoa. Sounds digitized.
I'm freaking out, man. Oh, there you are.
I figured out what's happening.
What's that?
So when I hear the ring of somebody calling, I'm thinking it's Ernie calling me, right? So I answer the call, but it's whoever else is calling to get into the room. So that's how we end up in the room together, just us and not the group.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh. How do I keep
It's
ending up with
confusing.
everybody else?
It can get confusing, and trust me, because I'm trying to link everything all together, and it is confusing.
Fuck it up, Ernie.
I have to say though, and I was telling the guys earlier, through this whole, I know we're at the end of the show already, but through the whole show we haven't had one episode, no echo, no weirdness like that, like before, and
I told him he was going to curse us.
See,
we
you
started a little
jinxed
late.
us, Ernie.
No, there's still no echo. I'm gonna make sure there's no echo here. Let's see. Nope.
You don't curse a good performance.
Right.
But,
You don't say, wow, this has been a great performance before it's over.
I'm the engineer. I can do I'm the engineer. I can do whatever I want. So there.
Good night, everybody. That's all I have. No.
Like,
Thank you. Good night.
Encore.
So commending someone before it's over can be a curse on them and cause. And
I wasn't commending anybody. I was commending myself.
He was yanking himself off. He's in such a good mood.
I have to.
Oh, wow, yanking himself off. Yanking himself off.
Hell yeah! It came out well. Woo!
Hey, Hey, I showed up. Thank you for the show. Good night.
Oh. What's that song? I end up jacking it in San Francisco. Jacking it, jack. Jacking it, jack.
What the hell?
Jacking for the Lord. Yeah.
What the hell?
Jacking for the Lord.
I don't know that song.
That's a record service. They come and jack up your car and change your tire. That's a commercial.
It's coming on his new solo.
Jacking it for the Lord?
Tubos! You know?
Part of the new Ernie B solo LP.
I'll jack it for Satan, but I don't know about for the Lord.
And if you order now, you get an album. If you order now, you get the $2 discount for the live show. There's a coupon inside.
Is there a happy ending?
So Miss Breezy Love, did you have a piece?
Yeah, this is a poetry show.
Oh, I know. Sorry.
Oh boy.
No, wait, I can't hear. We can't hear Breezy. Can y'all hear Breezy?
I'm still here. I'm here.
She's just not saying anything.
Yeah, it's just that we have a lot of people on the call, so if one person's performing, everybody kind of has to go to radio silence, or else it becomes a giant mishmash.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes, I said mishmash.
Did you have a piece you want to share?
6, 7, 8, 10.
I do have a piece over here. I think I got something new. My eyes are getting a little sleepy.
Shit.
Okay, wait. We're gonna introduce you, Breezy. Hold on.
Wait, no, I used that one.
Oh, wait. Oh, Ernie, God. Hold
Breezy Love.
All right, coming up next to the stage with some new material, otherwise known as new shit. Give it up for Breezy Love. Woo!
All right, this one is going to be really quick and short and sweet. So, this one is called The Ban Is Lifted. I'm going to be an enthusiastic consumer, searching down the aisles looking for the apple pie kind of love, a wholeness of renewed senses, hearing the gratitude in the voices as we lend helping hands to those still in need, gently touching the child's hands that wishes to share his gummy treats, seeing the sparkle in the eye of on the curbside where the homeless man sits as I share my coins, tasting the dinner alone in my home, yet still inhaling the hate that is fuming from the big White House, but exhaling because I send out love to all those who want to consume. That one is called Band Is Lifted. So that's real quick. It's short.
Do you have
Yay!
I always have a ton of poems over here. It's like a ton. You see the stack over here? It's crazy.
I gotta see the stack. Hold on.
I can't show that stack over there. I'm like
Nice.
Tom. I'm like
Nice
Tom.
stack.
There. Look. Right. That would be a nice stack to share. I would share the stack. Let's see. I'll do Toxic Love. The stench of the garbage left behind. This bitter drinker needs to purge. The bitterness with the sweet taste of the peach schnapps liqueur. Pleasing to the core. We love the taste as we generously poured our future desires into one another's glasses, infused by the organic biased spirit's childlike greed. We were captivated and grafted to a love unseen, a toxic love, camouflaged our past pains. The past pains chipped through the glass in the mirroring reflections, the deceptions of a self-love. The morning after the monstrous eyes no longer can be denied. The intoxication delivered a stench left behind. The bitter drinker needs to purge. The rooted belly chakra is warring with the flesh and mind. And low in pitch while fending off the vermitations, the belly is dissecting for the taste for a refined type of love. unrefined maturity spills over into the less refined, and the riches of time has been shattered with all the trying lies. Please make room for some top shelf love, toxic love. So there we go. Toxic love. I have to say, no, those stacks over there, they're so deep, just like Tom's, but I just have it in an organized stack of pal over there.
How fortunate to be organized. What's it like?
I organize it very nicely, but it's stacks of it. I'm like, I got books, I got I can't even journals, books, and even
organized chaos.
Yeah, organized chaos.
I prefer chaos. Give me
you want to do one more?
Who is that? Lost in Thought? He's challenging me, right? How about
that's Ernie B.
That's Ernie B.
Oh, that's Ernie B. I'm so sorry. I thought that was
no, that's fine.
Well, I love you all. I love you all.
That's legal.
How about I will do a run of haikus. I'm just gonna run them through. Starting from the ending. The good part is always at the end. So, no secrets. Open to submit. Though I whisper in your ear, I tell you no lies. First lust. Innocent fled swift in the first thought of sexing. My first playground friend. First lust. Casual relationships take just as much work. Commit, your way, my way, fuck. Casual. I'll read more. I'll do two more. I'll do two more for you guys. Two more and then I go. Look, naked one, stripped down to sin, expose hidden fantasies. Let's share confessions. Kiss death, kiss life. Split in half and then fuse to make one symmetric sacrifice two hearts. Kiss death, kiss life. So, haikus. Yay, I done.
All right, give it up for the words and the haikus of Breezy Love.
Oh, Miss Breezy. Love you.
It ain't easy being breezy.
Okay.
It ain't easy, no. Work over there. Over here, over there, everywhere. But I'm glad I made it in with you guys. I know it was kind of tricky earlier, but I'm glad I made it over. I've actually been watching you guys, actually, for the most part. I've been watching on Facebook. So I've been going back and forth to watch, too.
Yeah. And we're on YouTube now.
Yeah, I think we're broadcasting live to the Kick Butt YouTube page.
Nice.
A simulcast, if you will. And I'm working on trying to get a third stream going, but I'm having some issues with that. But yeah, we're live on YouTube, the Kick Butt YouTube page right now, and Spoken and Heard Facebook page.
And coming soon to Dish Network.
No.
Probably if Ernie B had his way.
Yeah, they'll put us like on channel. They'll put us on channel like 2000 or something.
Do Instagram next.
Yeah.
Do they do video on Instagram?
Yeah, they do live streams on Instagram.
I might be able to do that.
Yeah. Tamale is on Instagram. I don't know why you can't do it.
Here it is.
I am.
I don't do the Instagram.
Well,
I do.
I mean, we've got a Spoken and Heard Instagram,
Well,
so
I know,
we can do that.
Yeah, pretty much Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube are like the three places where Kickbutt has sort of a presence.
Right.
I would say Twitter too, but I don't really go on Twitter. I think the owner does.
I'm on
Twitter. It's not really for videos though.
Here, wait, guys, check it out. Check it out. I don't know if you can see it from here. That's the Kickbutt YouTube page, and you can see Breezy right there, and it shows live.
Why is this her? How come it couldn't be everybody else?
There's a delay.
It's just like technically a thumbnail.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right there.
I like
Yeah,
that.
There you go.
you
Make
know
sure
you
I
can
hear.
go on Instagram and do a live. You can do live on Instagram because let me see. Every other Thursday, there's a guy that I know from Houston, and he got me on there every other Thursday now, or Friday or Saturday, whenever it is. And I'm doing, well, matter of fact, it's two people on there that have me coming on Instagram. I shoot my poetry, then I'm off. So you can't do Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that too. I mean, the whole idea is to keep to have a presence for Kick Butt out there.
Yeah.
You know, and this is really the only show that's still been going since all this lockdown happened. I mean, I think we missed like 1 or 2 weeks, and then we started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But we were just doing it on our own, and we didn't connect it with Kick Butt. But now we're connected with Kick Butt, and we want to keep doing that, and we want to keep the presence. We want people to know.
Hey, Ernie,
you know, we're still
Ernie.
here. We're still here, and
We're still out here.
and we'll do the
Hey,
bands.
Ernie, can
we'll
I
do
say
the bands
something?
too.
Don't.
No.
Hey, tell Hot Tamale to step away. Hey, she got an Instagram page. She can do that.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'll figure out a way to connect it because
I mean, you'll figure out a way.
None,
You can say live.
okay,
You can do
scratch
live.
that. You'll figure out a way to
Yeah,
connect it,
hey,
but I mean, I'm the one that's maintaining the Spoken Unheard
Well,
Instagram.
see,
page.
the problem is though is that there's only so many things I can do free.
Right.
You know, so I mean, if we paid for a service, then yeah, we could do whatever we want. So I'm trying to do all this for free. And that's why it's been I've been working out all these little
But
kinks.
see, since Hot Tamale have an Instagram page, she can actually say, "Hey, I'm doing Spoken and Heard." Well, she can say, "I can have these people come on and read poetry." Cause that's how this one guy that I'm on with he does what's called Manifesto. But the problem with Instagram is they only let you go on for like maybe 2 hours. And then, somebody had to come on, they had to read a poem, and that's it. You really can't
you
do
gotta
a whole
haul ass.
lot of talking.
That's why I didn't go with the Zoom, because they only give you 40 minutes
40
Right. Yeah.
for the free version,
Right.
unless you pay for the full, the professional version or whatever.
Right.
And that's right now we got to do it all free because there's no money coming in.
Right.
Once things start getting rolling, and like we want to do the bands, if that picks up, we're gonna do the bands the same way from Kick Butt with the lights and the fog and the sound system and everything. If that starts taking off a little bit, then then it's a little. We want to draw attention and try to keep people coming out to Kick
Right.
Butt, even if they're buying coffee or whatever. Then maybe going, well, okay, let's buy this service, because there's some services out there, like I think there's one called Restream, and there's a couple other ones that I could just sign on. I already have an account with them, and I just direct my feed to them, and they'll spread everything out, and it's
Right.
a lot easier. But you got to pay for it.
Because I went on, it was like I said, it's a poet out in San Francisco, and he was doing a reading one night, and he was upset. He said, "Oh, so Instagram is not allowing me to do this because I'm not famous like a lot of people." Because it's like I happened to get on with this one, and it's like if I didn't know this person, I would never have got in. And most of the people that read are actors and musicians. And I'm quite sure you heard of Poetry Lounge out in LA. And
Heard of it.
that's who I actually got on, because one of the guys, he's actually with them, but because I'm on his page, I actually signed up, and they only accept people that's on his page. And I know that, and that's how they got on Instagram when they do stuff, and it's all a click. Hey, it's what it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And I've gotten on, and like this weekend coming up, they gonna have a reading. I'll get a chance to get on there because I know this. He's an actor, he's a poet, I met Malcolm Jamal Warner through them, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and so like it's because of Diana's son-in-law. He took us to a spot, and it is funny because the people that I met, we have a connection some kind of way, and I know I asked him about getting on at the Poetry Lounge, and he said it's very hard because nobody know you. You are. He said, I'm not saying you not nobody, but don't nobody know you. But now, since I've been reading with this particular group, if I ever want to get on, I can actually go to the Poetry Lounge, and it's all about it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know.
It's who you know.
So folks, it is 10:41. I have to go to work in the morning.
Okay. Well, Lane, if you need to sign off, I was going to say because Eddie's the only one that hasn't performed yet.
Yeah, Lane looking like he's real crazy right now.
Yeah.
Do I?
Scooter is past his bedtime.
Cheers, boss.
We did start a little late, but.
Oh, really?
Cheers to you, buddy.
Well,
Oh, thank you.
Does somebody need to go over and tuck you in? and give you some warm milk
and cookies.
That's a man that looks like that man needs a wubby.
Oatmeal cookies, so you could be your tummy can go to bed full.
He wants a wubby.
Oh.
He's got his teddy weddy bear.
Oh,
man.
He's probably going, yeah, shut up, sis.
You gonna put up with this shit, man?
I always
pick up your laptop and throw it against the wall.
I always thought I can. What is it? I always thought that I can sleep better while being patronized. So.
Wow.
Bedtime stories.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just remember, just think about Little Bo Peep losing her sheep so she can go to sleep.
Oh.
All righty. Love you, Lane.
Take care. See you
All
next
right, man.
week,
Take
man.
See you next. Yeah. See you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
All right. Now that the juvenile's off the call, no, just.
No.
I think.
Oh shit! He's still there.
What the hell?
Oops. You should see it. It froze him in mid motion. Oh god.
Oh man, I check him out.
Yeah,
on the
I
feed.
see it too.
Wait. I want to catch it. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh shit!
you
I
missed
missed it. Ah. It
And I
was
think-
it was awesome because he was frozen like this.
Yeah.
I think David Lester's Young is gone too. Either that or he's been frozen for like an hour here.
Hey, he left long ago, baby. No one noticed. I kept talking.
Okay.
Okay, so
Eddie, did you have something you wanted to do?
I was experimenting with something, but it's more of on the sound part, experimenting with the sound and how I have it set up. It's very generic, so I'm just trying to be a real minimalist.
All right, you want to give it a shot or?
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah. Can you all see me okay?
We're gonna have to wrap it up here in a minute.
Yeah, let me give it a shot. There'll probably be some feedback, but let's try it.
Wrap it up, B.
Let's see.
wrap it up. I'll take it.
Let's see. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, break out your blunts and your bongs right now because coming up next to the stage, the psychedelic trippy sounds of Eddie Navarro.
Hope you brought enough to share.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, Well, I had CBD last night. That's like diet weed.
Yeah, it is. Bud Light weed.
It's keto weed. Nah, it's that juice from Planet K called Stone Supreme. It's really good.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. We're listening.
Shoot.
Ready for you, man.
Everybody on mute. All right. There you go.
Woo! Wow. Give it up for the groovy psychedelic sounds of Eddie Navarro. Whew. I swear, Tom, your background was perfect for that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It was just looking at right there, just the desert, the mountains.
You're styling, man. You look good with that background and with the scarf and the hat and everything.
Poetry, baby. It's all image. It's all image. Forget the words.
Tom Moon broadcasting live from the Painted Desert.
I know. It went along.
Well, if Andrew's off to Tucson, we're off to continue Spoken Heard, taking Austin to Tucson. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, Andrew told us about it, and Eddie transported us there musically. There we go.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah. Oh my God, what time is it? Shit, it's already 10 till 11.
Yeah, plenty past 8. We had a full crew.
That was a great way to end the show, seriously. And we actually, this is, I think Ernie, this is the most people we've had on at one time.
Well, for a little bit there, yeah.
I was looking at the screen. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think we had like 10 people on the call at once.
At one point,
Yeah.
I was looking a lot, cause see, we have like 4 main boxes, including me and Ernie, and then we have some bubbles up at the top. So I'm just like, whoa,
But
we
see,
had a lot of people.
The
on
hell of
there.
it, though, for me, is that however you guys see it on Skype is not how I see it on.
It's different
for Facebook or YouTube. So I have to manually position all the screens and pull everyone up and make sure. And I've been trying to, like, every time somebody reads, to go full screen on them.
On that one person, so they're like spotlight
on this episode. And but there's something quirky with it too, because they'll start jumping around and like I'll size the video, I'll size the squares, and you can see everything. All of a sudden, the square will get real big, and they'll get real small again. They get real big, and they get real small again. It's like, why is it doing that? So that's the next glitch on my list. I got to try to conquer. But
you've got a week to look into it.
I do have. I probably won't get it in a week, but that's just, I can put everything the way I'd like it to be, and it's kind of cool. And this new version of the software, like I said, has let me stream to YouTube also at the same time. And
you need to put the low-key background.
And
will it be saved on YouTube?
Anyway.
Okay.
Hey,
enough
Ernie.
tech talk for me. Yes,
One
sir.
day, you and I gonna have to get together, man. We gotta sit down and we can talk about music for 8 hours.
Oh, I know it, right?
But you're gonna have to have plenty of Bud Light and plenty of smoke.
Oh, that's not a problem.
And whiskey too, honey.
And whiskey too. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to close down the show right now.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we close it out?
I gotta get some rest because I supposed to do a show in out of San Francisco bookstore tomorrow. So I'm trying to go ahead and I got a video. That one poem I read, I need to work on this video. So hey, I'm tired out right now.
Okay, I'm not. I got another poem for you because it's about the loss of time. Anyone realize how?
Alrighty,
Go ahead,
Tom's gonna
Tom.
wrap it up for us. Oh wait, hold on.
Hold
on. Let's introduce you. All right, closing out the night, we have the man that's missing the Airport Boulevard experience. We have Tom Moon Bird.
I come from a dreamland. I come from an ancient time. I come to a land that is losing its time. All that was pre-virus no longer exists for us. Days roll by like waves of sleep, awakening odd cycles. Force the need, walk. We're allowed to walk the streets, wave from behind masks. More than wartime. See those cautious glances as you seek your only exercise, solitary confinement. We feel we are in solitary confinement because we are. Radio, TV, blares propaganda. Are we in North Korea? Wash your hands. Keep your distance. So much for what passes for Texas independence. Desultory demonstrators complain sans masks outside the empty Capitol. They will not be controlled. They are controlled. We watch them from a distance on TV, the same TV that shares each day's casualty lists, which keep rising higher. Cognitive dissonance, the only difference is in numbers. What are the names of our lost?
Tom, live from the Painted Desert, Tom Moonbird.
All right.
All right, anyone else before we get out of here? Danimal, you have anything to say?
Danimal, you got any kick butt announcements?
I mean, me and Ernie are just sort of waiting. I'm hopefully be able to get something in the next week, but you know, it's all based on what's smart. You know, I'm not in a rush to get anything going unless, you know, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully science is wrong and it doesn't spread this week, but we'll see what happens.
But, well, the first 3 days open is kind of like proving otherwise.
Hey, but y'all heard about Atlanta, didn't you?
No.
Atlanta opened up early and they had 1,000 cases.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Rump.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, should we do the thing?
Do the thing.
You have been
wait. I was gonna say, did anybody see that video that President Bush put out?
No.
I heard about it.
Yeah, check it out. It's really good.
You need to watch it.
And,
what is it again?
It's coming
Trump's
from
already
fucking Bush.
Trump's already critiquing it.
Trump's pissed about it.
Yeah.
Good.
I seen it before I came on here. I was telling Diana about it. Yeah.
I was no fan of Bush, but damn. You
Yeah.
know? It's
I
good.
thought Bush was the worst president I ever saw in my life, and here we are.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
He got that title taken from
And then
him.
Trump said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll prove
Yeah.
you wrong.
All right, let's get the
All
hell
right,
out of here.
let's do the thing. You have been witness to the baddest open mic in the ATX, spoken and heard live via quarantine. This is not just an open mic, it's a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Charla. Thank you and good night. Woo!